What's up, everybody? We're here. I'm Rusty. I got my friends. It's a different crew than usual. Be giving you Hogwarts vibes. It was just random shit I found on my music app. But I appreciate you coming in, and we do love the Hogwarts vibes. How you doing today, everyone? Thank you so much for being here. I got my lovely crew with me today, ready to delve into a little bit of evil shenanigans with a very, very, just barely connected to Valentine's Day type event thing going on. So, just very loose, much like fucking... Yep. I'm not gonna finish it. I was gonna make the joke. I'm not gonna. So, it has been a while since we've seen this party, or these folks on stream with me before. So before we even get fucking started, let's just go down the list. Everyone introduce themselves, tell the people what character you're playing, what you do, your streamer. Go ahead, we'll get some shout outs done for you. Starting with Tark. Go ahead and let them know what's up.
Twitch.tv/Tarkonics. I am Girthmog the Thickness today. I'm a chef and I'm large. Even in the fantasy world, I am large there also. So that's great for me.
Perfect. JT, it's you.
So twitch.tv/justjtb. I haven't been live in a while, but sometimes it'd be like that. I'm playing Firegrim the Small. And much like real life, he reflects me in every way. Yep.
100%. 100%. All right, moving on to Hell's Corp. What do you got going on, buddy?
So I am playing Roteleks. He is a skeleton sorcerer. He's definitely not Skeletor, and anybody that says he is wrong.
He has a UTI.
He does have a UTI. We established this pre-game. Roteleks is currently dealing with
his check, and he's got a UTI.
Yeah, it's
pretty bad right now.
It's pretty rough. Yeah, no.
Surprising. Cutie.
But I stream at twitch.tv/hellscorp like 99% of the time, so.
I fucking hate it.
It's like, when is it gonna happen? There it is.
Oh god. Okay. Well, we appreciate you and your stupid ass soundboard being here with us today, Hellscorp. There's some links, folks. Go drop them a follow. Show some love. Pass on the support. JT, I hope you stream again soon. Hopefully that Resident Evil gets you back on the fucking airwaves. I'm looking forward to that.
We're hoping so.
We're hoping so.
It's a guaranteed thing that I will be live for that game specifically.
Just not sure exactly when. Fair enough. I got it. On
launch day, 100%.
When is launch day?
March 24th. You
heard it here, folks. Fucking March 24th. We can expect to see JT live again. So fun thing, it's been just a little over a year since these characters were first introduced. Not so much Roteleks. Firegrim and Girthmog was my first ever evil one shot, almost just a year and a month ago, I think that was. So it's kind of cool to bring things about full circle here today for what is most likely our final chapter in this story. It's been a minute, so we'll do a very light recap based on what I can remember from several months ago. The party, now with their new friend Roteleks, who was basically there to, act as a health inspector to their newly opened restaurant, the Brothel, home of all things soup, run by Girthmog and his assistant. I don't want to say sidekick, because that kind of undermines your skill level there. So assistant, partner, if you will, Firegrim, built themselves a restaurant and had to clear some rats out of the basement with the help of Roteleks, who was shocked to see the appalling conditions in which the kitchen was kept.
And I got a UTI from the restaurant.
And you got a UTI from the toilets weren't cleaned properly. You sat on it once. That chamber pot just did you in.
My penis across.
All right. Counterpoint. Maybe you got it in the belly of a fucking thing. Okay.
No.
It was the brothel. It was the brothel.
No.
He got the UTI from the brothel. Which brothel it was, we're not sure yet, but it was one of them. So. You guys delved into the Underdark looking for rare and unique ingredients. Found a few dwarves on the way who were promptly cooked by Firegrim and decapitated by Girthmog. And I believe Roteleks did some sketchy shit to him too. I just can't remember what it is off the top of my head. You guys delved a little deeper, finding some strange magic spores that when touched and investigated by Girthmog and Roteleks, caused a fairly immediate effect causing very vivid hallucinations, which Firegrim took advantage of by casting just an array of bright fireworks in the dark caverns of the Underdark. Quite a dazzling display. From there, you went on and did battle with, what was the name of that creature? A very strange, insectoid-like, almost centipede-like creature that had been dwelling deep here in the Underdark. A battle ensued. Death almost arrived for a couple of the party members, but you guys managed to scrape through okay. And after decimating your foe and gathering what you could successfully carry back to your restaurant, you returned home. Since that time, you have enjoyed a fairly lucrative business. While you don't own the nicest restaurant in town and you're not in the nicest district, you guys have done a fairly steady business and have appealed fairly well to the low income crowds within the evil community. You know, people still got to eat. Evil henchmen still need food. And you guys have done a good job of providing it over the last month. Roteleks, as usual, has been in and out about once a week, just checking in on the health conditions at the restaurant, making sure you guys are keeping things up to code. And now, as we approach the Festival of Hearts Renewal, which, as you all know, on the surface world, is a festival and a celebration of love, life, and joy. However, deep within the Underdark, beneath the halls of Belrund, it stands for something a little different. While love, or more accurately, the musky scent of Minotaur mating rituals is in the air, everyone's out for a little something. The restaurant is fully booked with fresh evil couples coming in to enjoy a night away from their evil plans and activities, to just enjoy a night and evil children at home with their evil babysitters. No children allowed in the brothel.
All children are evil.
Just normal children, yeah.
All children are evil.
Children's soup incoming.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh god, that's not against the code in the
That's
evil
for
empire.
today's special.
Yeah. Oh god. So, while it hasn't been given its own name, there's kind of a weird perversion of what is supposed to be a fairly uplifting and joyous holiday. While the romance is still in the air, instead of things being decorated with small paper hearts and other various decorations, there are actual hearts hanging about town, decorating various lampposts, and once a proud edifice of this once dwarven city, now firmly in the clutches of an evil empire. So, we arrive at the brothel the night before the festival is set to begin. Or, I say festival, it's more of a just a several day long debauchery fest, more or less. So we come in to Girthmog and Firegrim, making their final preparations before the big day. As I said, the restaurant is fully booked. There is a reservation list, several pages long. It's gonna be a busy day. Tell me, what are some of the things that the two of you are preparing?
Food wise, oh shit. Well, we have child soap.
Yep.
We established that.
Yep. Dwarven child soup specifically, because it's really the only abundance of children around.
Troll's heart.
Troll's heart. Okay.
Literally just troll's heart.
Yeah. Candied troll's heart. Yep. I get you.
Imagine we have a lot of giant centipede.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
A lot of giant centipede. You guys have made several trips back to the spot, and even though it's begun to decompose a little bit, you've done a fairly decent job of preserving what you could.
I'm gonna call the 5-week rule on that.
Yep.
Be good still.
Yeah, if it hasn't been on the ground for more than 5 weeks, you're probably fine to eat it. Definitely. So,
and for dessert, cream cockatrice. It's a liquefied fat with a blood drizzle.
Oh, nice.
Pretty
Fabled
good.
Cream of Cockatrice. Yes. It's a very famous,
Very good.
famous dish that you have been peddling out of your establishment for the last month.
Yes. Well, clearly everyone's heard of it. That's why they're here.
Yeah, no, this is that is the big seller, right? Like, you've got this massive cauldron of it on the fire at all times. You kind of just add stuff to it as it goes and keep it at safe temps, so you never really need to worry about it. The stew's been cooking for a month and it doesn't seem like it's gonna end anytime
Given
soon.
the circumstances of this festival, we could even take that cream and turn it into a pie form.
I like it. Love a pie. With
We
fucking
could serve
Okay,
pie for the
You're gonna
festival.
make a
Yeah,
cockatrice cream pie, motherfuckers.
Let it happen.
Why did I do this to myself? Okay. Oh God. All right. So
I'd say Firegrim has probably spent a large amount of time going around messing with the new cantrip that he has and prestidigitationing everything to make it clean in some areas, a little dirtier in others, depending on where he's planning on sitting whichever people. So
okay. Yeah, so like your clientele, like the fancier, you expect a cleaner establishment, the more rundown crowd that's gonna come in. So I'm just gonna have you both roll me a performance check real quick to see how well this whole meal and preparation comes together.
Performing.
Not bad. Wow, you're rolling like shit today.
Yeah, no.
You've rolled 4 times before the stream, and they were all
just roll well.
They're all below 5.
There, okay.
Yeah, you're trying real hard, but like you dirty some places that probably shouldn't have been dirtied. You clean the wrong spot. Like for a fact, Guy-Clops the Cyclops likes his corner dirty, and you definitely just cleaned Guy-Clops' favorite chair, and he's probably not going to be happy about it tomorrow when he comes in with his wives, many. He's not going to be stoked on that. But Girthmog, you do a fairly decent job with a 10. That's just enough to pass. You're kind of downstairs in the kitchen area preparing all these different stews and soups, and the dwarven children, and the cream of cockatrice and the cockatrice cream pie. And you do a fairly good job. It takes you the entire day just putting it all together, working, making sure everything is in place for the big day tomorrow. And it's around the evening when you all hear a knock on the door. And you see a familiar, I want to say face, but not quite. It really depends on what Roteleks is looking like today, but you are greeted by the familiar sight of Roteleks at your door.
Roteleks looks rough.
Roteleks is not looking good. That UTI is doing a number on him.
And he's drunk as a skunk right now.
Okay, so all checks are at disadvantage. Cool, good to know,
I assume we passed the health inspection check, right? Considering we're open for the festival and he is here to
he's here to check.
Well, I'm here to inspect.
Yeah, he's here to inspect the day before.
Are you here
make
for
sure
another
everything's up.
inspection?
The minute I walk through the door, I puke.
Quick, throw it in that corner that you cleaned.
There! I'm gonna start trying to scoop it up and move it to the corner.
I don't want to have you roll
like
for scooping
90%
puke, but
marrow.
I
too.
roll it. I'm scooping it into a bucket to carry it.
yeah, I'll just get there's no check associated with that, so
Sure.
we're gonna say you successfully get a bucket of vomit together and dump it in Guy Klops' corner, and it's gonna be nice and
If you're
dirty.
gonna throw up
Can
in
I-
that corner.
Can I, yeah, so you're gonna need to clean that up before you can move forward with this thing. I don't know why you just allow puke to be around in your establishment, but other than that, it looks good in here, boys.
Well, you see, if Guy Klops doesn't have puke in his corner, then he gets mad.
True. I don't know who that is, but sure, yeah.
You don't know Guy Klops the Cyclops? What the fuck?
Yeah.
dude?
No, never met him personally.
I have
So-
wallet-sized photos of him. Look.
They all like pan out. And it's just photos of Girthmog there with this massive hulking, one-eyed, obviously Cyclops, who is like surprised. Like Cyclops are pretty big. They're pretty big creatures, but next to Girthmog, kind of looks a little puny. Just not nearly as swole. He's taller, but not nearly as thick. The night continues. You all finish your prep for the evening, and looks like things are about ready as you kind of prepare to rest for the rest of the evening. Roteleks, you said you're drunk as a skunk, right?
Drunk as a skunk.
Okay, so roll me a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
Right.
That is a natural
Was that
20 plus 3. No, because no, that was just to see if you pass out in the bar, and you rolled a natural 20 plus 3. So, Firegrim and Girthmog, you leave Roteleks to his usual inspection and trust that any issues will be brought up in the morning. You find your way upstairs to where your chambers lie. Roteleks, you spend the rest of the night just just kind of like drunkenly doing your job, going by, checking things, making sure everything's to code, getting the 2-finger thing on the bar and looking if there's any grime. It seems fairly clean. It's about the same that it's been every other time you came in and gave it a just barely passing grade.
No rats this time?
No rats this time. You check the basement, and it looks like most of the rats have found their way into the stew.
Hot.
At least from what you can tell. Yeah, there's some dwarven children, or more accurately, remains of.
I ignore them.
Yeah, no, of course you do. You do see like a rat tail kind of hanging over the edges of one of the cauldrons, and it appears like their famous rat stew is still very much on the menu. But as the night goes on, your drunken self start to realize that the couch in the break room and the kind of back area is looking a little more comfortable than usual, and you lay down, have yourself a nice evening's rest.
Nice little nap.
Nice little nap. So you guys obviously don't have to hit the long rest button. You guys are already well rested. But I need everyone to roll me a Constitution save. Let's just go Constitution saves for everyone again. I usually tie that to how easy you are to wake up. Could be perception as well.
I'm...
Okay, Roteleks, it was if anyone below a 15 was going to get this. So Roteleks, you managed to sleep just fine. You are on that couch, drunkenly passed out in a stupor, enjoying the fine dreams that come with undeath. Meanwhile, Girthmog and Firegrim, you were awakened early in the morning, far before the sun would have risen if you weren't far underground. You're greeted by the sound of smashing glass, is what appears to be the sound of windows breaking. Or what sounds like windows breaking, below, in the front area of your restaurant.
Let's check it out.
What in the fuck?
We have windows, right? Can I see?
Yeah, you have windows upstairs, too, that you can look down. Go ahead and roll me
what
perception checks, anyone who wants to.
Yeah.
Thank you, Brooks, for giving me disadvantage. I will remember that.
Perceiving.
Firegrim, JT, okay, you know what you need to do? You just need to go, like, wash your hands in the bathroom, give yourself a little shake, you'll be good. Come back, we'll hit the reset button. Rotel, you're pretty much still out. Like,
no, I don't notice anything. I was just curious.
Yeah, no. you would, after a while, because, like, the couch you're sleeping on is basically under the staircase, so you would hear them coming down at a certain point, because Girthmog is pretty heavy of foot. Girthmog, you look out the top window of your establishment and down into the street below. And you see a number of people, probably about 3, fleeing away from your business and into a dark alley. Some of them have bags over their shoulders. One appears to be carrying a large cauldron of one of your soups. Hey, we got a raid! Doomspud's coming in. Appreciate you, buddy. Thank you for the raid. How you been? Woo. A shout out for you. Appreciate you coming in, bringing your community. We're just getting some D&D in. So you see these individuals running with what appears to be a large amount of your produce and goods. They're just fleeing with a perception check that high. You see someone kind of standing in the alley, arms crossed, watching these individuals they're doing, kind of leaning there, smirking. It's definitely an individual you recognize. He's very thin, for a half-orc too, to be that just thin and like gaunt. It's not a familiar sight for you. You recognize the face. You've seen it before. It has haunted you most of your life. Indeed, while you were coming up as a young and aspiring barbarian chef, this individual was your rival through much of it. You recognize the flat base of Slimbilly the Stewer. Just gangly half-orc standing there, smirking. He looks up and sees you in the window, gives you a wink, and just turns and walks down the alley with his crew as they flee from your establishment.
I yell outside. I yell, "Hey, I love those pots. We have one just like that."
You see the figure just as he's walking away put his hand in his face, or his palm, like just face palm, and just vanish into the shadows and disappear from sight.
Good taste.
I look over from my window towards Girthmog's window. What the fuck do you even see?
You see him shouting just into a dark alley at this point.
Those guys they got the same pot of soup we got. It looks the same.
Wow, I guess we really are ahead of the curve.
Anyway.
Okay, well, one shot over, guys. Happy Valentine's Day.
Now for the rest of this 3-hour session.
I forgot to anticipate that Girthmog is a fucking idiot. Jesus Christ. Okay, we're bringing it back. So, you all awaken. Girthmog is just like completely taken aback that these individuals not only seem to have the same stew pot as you, it has all the same ingredients as you, and they're carrying it away from your establishment.
Hey,
do with that
Firegrim, what do you do with soup?
Did those sons of bitches come in and steal our shit?
What? That my 2 brain cells.
Yeah. Bing! The connection is made. And yeah, Girthmog, you realize that you were most likely just robbed.
I have an idea.
These always go so well. Please inform me of your idea.
Let's go ask those other soup experts if they've seen our pot of soup.
Let me clarify for you. They are the ones that took
1 second, Roteleks.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
I'm
GT.
waiting.
So odds are the guys that we are going to ask if they've seen them have our shit because they took it.
Odds?
They have our shit. We need to get it back.
Guarantee?
I guarantee it, yes. And if not, then we can just take their shit. It's an evil world down here. Who cares?
What
As
do
they
with
talk.
him? I point to Roteleks.
Yeah, as you guys make your way downstairs, you see Roteleks now awake from you screaming out your window and tranching around upstairs. Roteleks, what's up?
As they're arguing,
Mhm.
I walk up and I say, "You boys don't even have a pot anymore." I can't
Yeah.
do this.
The voice sounded great. It was good. Yeah, so as you wake up and kind of come out of that little back room, you notice the 2 big front windows have just been smashed completely. The entire interior, and like the rest of you see this as you begin kind of coming downstairs, the entire interior has been turned over. Tables have been broken, flipped, chairs are laying sprawled across the ground. There's carving of just rude shit into your bar. Some not so nice things about your girth. Basically looks like this whole place was just turned over. And as you make your way down to the kitchen, you do notice one of your pots is missing. It looks like the rat stew is missing. However, as you're observing and seeing what other damage might be done, you find the Cream of Cockatrice meal, or stew, if you will, and inside of it something that was not there previously. Well, to put it politely, just a turd. Just floating around in your prize stew. It appears that someone has, not taken too kindly to you opening up a similar restaurant in their town, and seems like they have just intentionally sabotaged your festival of romance with a well-placed turd.
Good recipe. Let's try it. I eat it. I get a little bit of.
Roteleks pukes again.
Yep.
I scoop it into a bucket and take it to the corner.
Oh no, Roteleks, are you okay? You need
Yeah.
to eat something, and I give him a little bit.
Roteleks
Here
runs
comes
the
the
other way.
cot.
He runs away. Runs away. Through the open window. Jumps out it.
Well,
You
you
run
scared
up.
the infector.
Yeah, I poof.
I don't have an
Right.
overlay for 2 people. Please don't leave us. Roteleks just dips and just leaves while Girthmog is just eating.
No. I
Tainted
jump
stew.
out the window.
Yep.
And then I'm just like looking
Just
like,
like
behind the
through the frame. Yeah.
Yeah.
We were gonna use that for pies. You can't have cream pies now. It's just truffle butter.
Do you do this? Do you do this? Is this normal?
I mean, he'll eat about anything.
I'm gonna mind sliver myself.
Yeah, get that memory right out of there. But it does look like your establishment has more or less been completely destroyed. The odds of you being able to open today for the festival to feed your many, many waiting guests seems unlikely.
Correct. I guess question.
Yeah.
How long do I reckon it would take me to go around prestidigitationing and mending everything?
About an hour or two.
I can fix a lot of this. We need to get our shit back.
Okay.
That was the dwarf kid stew they took, by the way, not the rat tail. That's my mistake. The dwarf one was the one you guys were like special making. So your dwarf child stew has been taken.
I mean, plenty of kids around.
Yeah, I'll catch them.
But are they dwarven kids?
Yeah, probably. I can't
Well, I
imagine
mean-
there are many others around here.
Okay.
How long does
Do you
that
have a
take to
net?
prepare? Because we need it ready today.
Yeah, you had that stew going for probably about a month. Again, it was just something you essentially kept at like a food safe temperature and was just throwing additional food into. It was kind of just like a slop that ended up tasting real good.
Okay. So I say, new stew take too long. Take at least 7 days. We need to get stew. Tracker? Anybody?
Want to be cold?
I'm not
the
very
stew?
good at tracking.
Yeah, it feels like that stew would go cold. Feels like if you had
Depends.
it under a decent heat for about a month and then you let it go cold, it feels like it's ruined anyways.
It's
Yeah.
almost like I can heat it up.
It's almost like his name's
Oh, you
Firegrim.
guys got a
You're
microwave?
so dumb. You're dumb.
Also, we'll work on your counting later, buddy.
You can count on that.
All right.
That was good.
Yeah.
That was actually really good. I'm very happy with that. So, realizing that the odds of whipping together another stew in time seems unlikely. And it does seem like your stew was taken by your competition, who you know specializes in stews made from dwarves.
I would like to go out and see if I can smell soup tracks.
Oh, fuck yeah, absolutely. Yeah, sure, 100%.
Like spillages.
It could, yeah, it's
Eat poop, though. I just want to...
it's probably not the first time. Let's be honest.
So gross.
Let's be honest.
So gross. I
The Firegrim
with it so
Put a
bad.
rope around me and I'm like a fucking police dog.
Yeah. Okay, so I will
Just
say,
tie a rope, and then I'm gonna stand on his back holding the rope. Anyway.
yeah, you could either roll me a perception check to try and find signs of soup and spillage on the way, or you can do a survival check to actively track somebody. I like they're your prey, your choice, whichever one you want. Smell soup tracks, Liam. Yeah.
Okay, I will do perception.
Yep. You were consistent. It takes you a bit. It's not like they left a super clear trail, but you do find like occasional bits of spillage. You find like a clump of what looks like kind of like the flank of a dwarf, like just a big old hunk of meat. You find an eye that looks like it's fallen out and kind of just floating in a little puddle of your stew that has just been kind of like dragged through, and you discover pretty quickly which way the trail seems to be leading.
I'm picking them up.
All the bits, yeah, save them.
Yeah,
Trying to
listen
save the bits.
ingredients, come on. They don't know anything about soup.
I'm gonna try to grab the eye before Girthmog gets it.
Sure, go ahead. Are you trying to stop him from grabbing the eye from you, or are you just gonna?
I mean, if he tries to grab the eye from me, then yes. But
No, I mean, like, is he stopping you? Because he said he's collecting everything. So if you rush in there and try to snag it, it might be a check. But I assume it's not going to be an issue. It's up to Girthmog.
Big issue, dude. What the hell, dude? Yeah, let's roll for it. Let's see who gets the
All
eye.
right, dexterity.
Roll everything.
Both of you go ahead and roll me. Say acrobatics, I guess. Dexterity, or just a straight dexterity check. What's up, Till? Firegrim, you have advantage
That's
from
the same
Tilgung
thing.
if you want it, by the way.
let's go.
I got outrolled
By one. By one. Yeah. Hey, Ray. Hey, Till. What's up, guys? So, as
Yeah, I was
Girthmog's
actually-
going to pick up the eye, you just like, phew, get your little goblin hand right in there and snatch it at the last second.
As I get the eye, I'm like, we can find another eye. I eat it.
your eyes. Just kidding.
That's gross.
I
You
would look rather dashing with one eye, wouldn't I?
Okay.
Hey, whoa!
I'd never eat you. I'd have to be really hungry. And then my stomach.
Fair
You
enough.
can eat me when I'm dead.
Deal. That's been prearranged. So it does not take you long to realize which way the soup does appear to be leading. It's a pretty straight path that kind of makes its way through the ruins of the once proud edifice of the halls of Belrund towards the upper market, which is an area you're all familiar with, but don't spend a lot of time, as it's kind of where the more hoity-toity echelons of evil society hang out. This is where a lot of the money goes, and you know for a fact this is where Slimbilly's succulent stews is located. And it appears that whoever stole your guides were heading off in that direction.
Okay. Press on with my ingredients.
Starting to get like a little bit of a handful at this point too, so you're kind of just like carrying a bunch of kind of
And
wet,
I'm
soupy.
running.
Just eating it as it goes. Go, yeah, get like a hunk of meat. You find another eyeball on the way, pop that. Very, very delicious
look at
jelly flavor.
I ate one eye. Look at you.
He's just feasting. Roteleks, you're kind of just bringing up the rear at this point, seeing what kind of chicanery they're gonna
Roblox,
get
hurry
into.
up!
Roblox. So, you guys find your way to the market. You guys basically what you see when you come in, as you know, like essentially what the way this dwarven city was built was this mountain was more or less like hollowed out from the inside, and all of these varying different kind of plateaus of raised areas exist. Some being the vaults, the throne room, stuff like that. The upper market is kind of, it's not a pyramid per se, but it's kind of built in that structure where there's like 3 different levels. You have like the lower, the middle, and the upper, and it's just like groups of stairs that all lead up to this one central location in the middle, where the upper market is. You know that while Slimbilly does own himself a restaurant there, he also has a finger in a lot of pies up there. It seems like he's got a little bit of a stranglehold on the market district. I think he got a little bit of a criminal enterprise going on. Or an enterprise. Everyone's a criminal down here.
Is their place open?
Not yet. It's still morning. Though, looking, you guys would probably have come in around the bottom staircase here. Did it actually drag you guys over? It did. Okay, good. So you're kind of at the southern staircase there. Just this grand kind of like staircase that goes up, flattens, and then kind of just continues at these varying tiers. And just looking around, you do see a number of guards standing in front of his business and at kind of some of the other alleys that all do appear to be people who are in his employ. So it seems like he's got things fairly heavily under guard up here. But the restaurant is closed. You see lights flickering from inside the windows far across. And for your info, the large building without the roof over there is the restaurant that is in question. But it seems like there's some people moving around inside, possibly doing setup for the big day. You gather opening times probably not till around lunch or a little after.
Okay. Are we visible at this point?
Unless you're actively hiding yourself, you're kind of just walking up. It's not like
Okay.
you're not
Make a
like you're not
reservation.
allowed there, but
Right.
you definitely will draw some eyes. A lot of these individuals are familiar with you being Slimbilly's competition. Yeah,
I
if
don't
you
recognize anybody, I assume, from when I saw from the window.
go ahead and roll me if you want another perception check. At first glance,
Okay.
no, but anyone who wants to can participate in that. What's up, Roteleks?
I would like to change my skin into an unassuming passerby
Okay.
in a very visceral way behind a corner somewhere.
All right, so you kind of just go behind a corner. The changeling thing take place. I love how that's our universal sound for changeling them. And you take on the form of a fairly unassuming half-orcish gentleman wearing kind of raggedy clothes. As usual, like when you were alive, transforming into other living beings was fairly easy, but as you know, being undead, even though you've maintained your powers, as you change, there's still this kind of scent of death and decay about you. But you do successfully change yourself. Girthmog and Firegrim, you kind of see just Roteleks just disappear around a corner. And then hear the... as he
Well, what
changes.
the hell? We lost Roblox.
Oh, that's not his name. It's Rugaloos.
Are you sure?
No.
Neither am I.
I'm gonna just kind of push past them while they're having this conversation.
As you guys are chatting, you notice this kind of like half orc just walk out from behind a building and walk past you. As he does this, a fairly pungent scent of decaying flesh.
Hey, have you seen a skeleton man around here?
No. And then I keep walking.
Well, where could
Roll me-
he have gone?
Roll me a deception check,
okay.
please. Girthmog and Firegrim, roll me an insight, please.
God damn!
Damn!
I rolled like shit.
Girthmog believes it right away. He's like, okay, well, you have this guy has not seen your buddy. But Firegrim, the smell is the first giveaway. You've been around Roteleks enough to recognize that. And even the voice when he said no was very very textbook
I'll
Roteleks.
look back to Girthmog and I'll be like, I found him. He's right here.
No, I'm not. But fuck.
Whoa, you look different.
He's so much more alive now.
I'm putting. Let's just go up. Let's try to get a fucking reservation. That's what I think.
We walk up.
If it's not open.
Smells good. Is that? I'm yelling to the guy at the front. Smells like dwarf kid soup. I mean, what soups you got here?
You see the individual standing by the door. There's a couple goblins around. They look like they're all wearing kind of similar uniforms. They're not guards. They kind of look like they're more part of a gang. It seems like they're all part of Slimbilly's outfit. But in front of the door is a hulking ogre. Just this massive individual. You guys, I mean, you've been in competition with Slimbilly enough. You're kind of familiar with his organization. You know that while he does have the goblin guards and a few other individuals working for him, the big thing that has allowed him to secure as much power as he had within the evil community here is the triplets. A trio of ogres who have seemingly been with him since the beginning, who act as his bouncers, his bodyguards, and his protectors. One of them, and like, you've never figured out their names, they're only ever referred to as the triplets. He doesn't call them by name, he doesn't really even treat them like they're people. He kind of just says you and gives them an order. This individual is kind of just holding this large, almost like telephone pole thickness level log, kind of just standing there with it leaning over his shoulder. And as you he's big, he's bigger than you. As you kind of approach and say, oh, it smells like dwarven stew, he's like, yeah, that's what we're cooking. Always dwarf stews, never running out of dwarfs down here.
I go, oh yeah? It's what you're cooking, huh? What's ingredients?
I think it's dwarf.
Damn.
Do I look like fucking cook to you?
It's dwarf kids, I would believe.
Still a dwarf.
Well, but specifically the kids, they're more tender. So
I know that. I eat the stew. What do you want?
I mean, I'm just saying, I want some stew. We're trying to get a
We're obviously
reservation.
closed, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, I know. That's why we're coming up for a reservation. You think we're going to come when you're in your busiest time, make this super inconvenient for you?
We
or are
don't
gonna
do
come
walk-ins
before to try
anyway.
to get a reservation. Exactly. This isn't a walk-in. This is a reservation. I'm trying to reserve a table for me and my friends.
Give me a minute, I'll see if there's someone who can help you.
Thank you.
Jeez. And he kind of just rolls up his sleeves. Kaz is like this big log over his shoulder, opens the door. Anyone who can help someone make a reservation? Kind of just turns. Takes a minute. Not quite Chef D&D Ramsey. I almost did Chef D&D Ramsey. And then I thought Chef Flay, because what a good name for an evil chef. Chef Flay. He's flaying people.
Love that.
It's great. Didn't go that route.
Chef Slay.
Chef Slay Queen. Anyway.
No.
So he yells something
God, I
inside.
hate it.
Girthmog kills himself.
Yeah. And you just hear the sound of high heels clicking on stone as someone kind of makes their way towards you and opens the door. You're greeted by the sight of a looks to be fairly older drow woman. like quite old. She's got the wrinkles, they all have grayish white hair, but like definitely see the time on this woman's face. So just saying something, because elves be basically immortal. She answers like, yes, what can I do for you?
You forgot these ingredients, and I walk right past her with all the ingredients.
The ogre just puts his hand out to stop as you walk towards the door. I said we're closed. She kind of like took a step back as you approached. Are you going to try to push your way through the ogre stopping you?
Hold on, big guy. Hold on. Hold on, big guy. We want to make a reservation.
You'd like to make a reservation?
This is a pretty, intrinsic holiday. You know?
So you're going to show up on the holiday, the busiest holiday of the year, where people have made reservations a month in advance, and you're going to walk up to our establishment to try to make one the day of.
Well, it seems to me like your main dish came directly from their restaurant. So yeah, I think you're going to give us a reservation.
I don't know anything about where the dishes come from, my dear, but you're getting a little sassy with me. Go ahead, roll me an intimidation check.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, she ties it. So she
just as intimidated.
Yeah. No, she's just acting.
I'm scared.
She's rolled a
terrified.
She just rolled against it. It has a +6, so she tied you. She just kind of crosses her arms. I said we're all booked up.
Well,
maybe next time you can plan in advance.
Well, maybe next time they won't steal from us the day of.
I don't know anything about anybody stealing from anybody.
Let's
All I know is we're booked.
Let's talk to the chef.
Perhaps you should leave.
Let us talk to the chef.
The owner isn't here right now. He's dealing with some stuff. It is a busy
I'm gonna walk
day
over to
for
one of
us.
the windows and look through it.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a perception check. At this point, the ogre now has like adjusted his grip on the log and looks like he's about ready to just swing it off his shoulder. 22. You look inside, you see a number of small goblins all wearing similar garb to the guards, but not armor. It's kind of just like loose cloth clothing. They look like the waitstaff. You do notice they're all carrying small daggers on their sides. Looking inside, I know the minis are all laid out, but they're not all there right now. So you see all the goblins that are on there. You do not, however, see the other two ogres and the individual standing over the cauldron. I'm going to just hide them. So they're not currently there, but you do see a number of goblins just wandering around inside, hastily trying to get everything together. You see a massive cauldron that's about 10 feet, maybe a little more at its widest. Just this like 10 foot high, 10 foot wide cauldron, 2 stairs leading up to it and a wooden platform. And there's just steam coming out of it. You don't see anyone from the day before. It doesn't look like anyone who robbed your business is actively inside right now.
As Girthmog walks up to the window, I assume she gets like a little distracted, starts looking at him as he walks away. Is that
as Firegrim does? Girthmog's still standing there, right?
Was walking towards the wall.
Well, I was walking right towards the right.
He's trying to go
push me.
Yeah, he straight up pushed him back.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were walking to the. Who's walking
No,
to the?
I walked
Firegrim went to the window.
Oh,
and checked it out.
okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, either way, did she like watch him?
She looks. She like glances over, but doesn't seem overly distracted.
As she glances over,
Mhm.
I want, if this is possible, for my skin to just start melting off, revealing the skeleton underneath. As I try yet again to intimidate her into letting us come in. Is that possible?
You can try again. It's going to be at disadvantage, though.
That's fine.
Yeah. You gather that someone who works within the evil empire has seen some pretty fucked up shit. This is an establishment that serves stew made from living dwarves. She's seen some shit. So go ahead and roll me check with disadvantage. I will roll again. Whoop. She rolls a nat 1. Look at that. You rolled a nat 20. Damn.
Whoa.
It was a 24. You didn't. Nat 20 didn't count, but So what do you say? You just melt, the skin begins melting off your face.
You're gonna have to let us in, because I'm running out of time. And then my skin just starts fucking, like, melting off my bones.
She immediately, as this is happening, thank you, bye, grabs the doors and just slams them closed in front of you. The ogre's left there. That's a nice trick. And you just hear a latch on the other side of the door. You scared her into hiding from you.
I'm gonna look towards them. I'm just gonna look at them. I'm gonna say, just kind of point to the window in my head. Repentance? Vengeance?
Sounds good to me.
Which
Yeah.
word is the best for that?
Defenestration. Pick up Firegrim, toss him through the window.
So do I know? Do I know that if I were to cast a fireball, it would just go through this window, or do I need to break the window first?
It, like, bounces.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to avoid.
Roll me an Arcana check. There's the good roll, baby. Let's go. So as you reach out and you touch the window and probe it, you notice your fingers kind of stop about that far from the glass. Seems like there is some kind of enchantment protecting this building.
Oh my god.
It's almost like I know I have a player who loves burning shit, so I planned ahead. Sorry.
What about freezing stuff? Chill touch, activate.
Seems like more of like a wall of force type deal.
There's some arcane thing here.
Yeah, as you touch it, there's even like a little shimmer that kind of goes out like in rippling effects from your finger. Seems like the only way in's the door. Or perhaps somewhere else.
Perhaps we take a look
Can I-
around the area.
Yeah, I'll talk to the big guy.
Is there like a little
I don't know how that's gonna go, but yeah.
is there like a little alley like off to the side that nobody's
Several.
really at around this door?
So you have a staircase that leads down there on the left and one on the right. The right one has the ogre next to it. There is a goblin guard kind of standing in between the two windows. It does not appear like there's someone to the left. There is like someone who looks to be like maybe a blacksmith's apprentice selling some weapons at a pair of tables. Doesn't seem overly interested in what's going on over there, though you do, based on your passives, you would notice that most of the people out in the thoroughfare here seem to be taking fairly regular glances over at the little bit of conflict brewing over there.
Okay. Well, I can check up, boys.
You do your thing. I will distract.
All right. Bet.
Are you right next to the ogre while you're saying that?
No, very quietly.
Just saying because he's like, I'll distract.
True.
As far as I know, he's
Maybe
still.
Girthmog is. I was
As
trying
far
to
as
be
I know,
quiet
he's
when
still just
saying it.
standing there with an ogre's hand on his chest, like.
Distract myself from just doing something stupid.
Oh yeah, that's common. I like look at the orc and be like, come on, buddy, let's
It's
move
very
on. Yeah,
common.
let's go.
He kind of just
We're
like
not wanted here.
lets out a little like low growl under his thing, and you see his knuckles just kind of tighten.
Come on, look at
on
him.
his wood.
Hey, look, just because nobody shows you love doesn't mean you have to be so angry all the time.
Why are you assuming no one ever showed me love?
Well, I mean, it's kind of in
We
your
know
general
who
demeanor.
your boss is. You know he doesn't even give you a name.
Nobody gives
How
me
is that showing
money.
you a
He
love?
pays my bills, which is more than I could say for you lot. So could you maybe fuck off now?
Does that mean you're open to bribery?
Roll me a persuasion check.
I'm rolling kind of shit.
15's not bad. It's not quite good enough for him. Because his brothers are also in line with the guy, so. Unfortunately, he pays me pretty good.
Could I cast friends?
You can cast whatever the fuck you want. Yeah.
It's this.
Okay.
It gives me advantage on
So
charisma.
you
checks.
would have needed to cast that
Before.
beforehand.
Yeah, that's fine. Fair enough.
So for next one, remember
I
that.
forgot I had it.
And what are the we got hydrate from Blue. If anyone has any water to drink up. I got ginger ale. Should have gone with rum. I do have rum. Make this one shot real fun. Make that one shot real good, baby.
10 shots.
So yeah, doesn't seem like he's really interested in letting you in at this point. You guys did good, and then you straight up scared the woman into just hiding from you. Like, you genuinely made her shit her pants. But there's no way she's letting you in the front door like that. Like, wasn't gonna happen. So, what's the plan?
Well, keep that woman's pants far away from Girthmog is my first.
Well played. Well played.
What is this guy again?
He's an ogre.
Okay.
Very big, very... not like a lot of ogres you see are kind of on the, like, huskier side, like they're a little more flabby. This guy's almost as muscular as, I would say you, but you're also on the chubbier side. So he's just pure muscle. Like, he's like Dwayne The Rock Johnson levels of ripped, but bigger.
I want to kind of try to, like, drag you guys just, like, away a little bit, out of his realm of hearing.
Yeah, you kind of just pull over anyway.
What do you want?
I was just coming to say that I could crawl up the side of the building, see if there are any openings, if you guys can give me a little distraction.
I've been trying to distract.
Of course, but we want him not to know. That's kind of the point of the distraction, and talking about it beside him is kind of unhelpful.
What? Sorry, I was distracted.
True. It's all good. It's fine.
Oh, I love this. This is great.
Okay. I'm gonna assume they're gonna do their thing. I'm gonna go over to the ogre and just have a conversation.
Okay. What are you talking about?
Okay. Look. Big day, big day.
It's a big day. Yeah, no, we went over that. It's a big day. We're very busy, so if you don't have something important, again, could you kindly fuck off?
Real big day.
Real big day. I know, you've said it a dozen times at this point. And everyone's race is Goliath, Goblin, and Changeling, respectively, starting from the top blue. There you go. Roteleks changes. Big Tuesday. Big Tuesday. Is there something else you need? I know, I'm pretty big. Thank you for noticing. I put a lot of work into it, you know. I hit a lot of time at the gym.
Yeah, real big. Seed bigger.
I know, so have I. Have you seen the boss's wife? Huh, doesn't get much bigger than that.
Yeah, seed back. Whoa, bigger. Okay, it's actually bigger. I was kidding. Holy shit. Damn.
I'm gonna go over to try to help him in this conversation, I guess.
I mean, the distraction is working. He's engaged in
We have
conversation.
seen very big creatures, like that centipede we torched. That was a very large thing.
Everything big to him.
Yeah,
That's true.
I'm also
You're very,
small.
very small. And he gives you a little pat on the
Yes.
head, but like hard enough
I
your
want
neck
you to
kind
know,
of.
I'm
goes
like
down.
talking through clenched teeth as they
Yeah.
mention my size.
Yeah.
Yes, I am very
I
small.
smack his hand a little bit. I don't like it. Hey, don't touch him.
I was
And I
just,
like
I was
hold,
just
like,
trying
kinda
to
bring
be
him
nuts.
close to him. And
pick him up like a
embrace Firegrim.
Pull him up and just.
Don't
See-
touch him.
You swaddle Firegrim, is what you're
I'm
saying?
gonna look up and I'm gonna be like, apologies, I just get a little sensitive about my height. I'm
It's
tiny
okay.
even for goblins.
It's not anything to be ashamed about, little guy. I mean, little guy, big power, you never know. Size in everything.
You gotta
It's not
imagine.
about the size, it's about how you use the power.
Exactly. And don't ever let anyone tell you different, little man. He's kind of like warming up to you guys a little with the banter. You gather he's not the smartest person either. But it seems like he's fairly well distracted. Roteleks, while this is going on, what are you doing?
I would like to go up to that corner where you said the blacksmith stuff was, and it was
Yeah, so
more
left
off
corner.
the-
Yep.
Yeah, and like because I have these here
The
funny little
slippers.
slippers,
Slippers of spider climb, yes, I remember very well.
I would like to kind of like sneakily shimmy along the back side to where that little like cliff side is.
Yeah. No problem at
to
all.
try to like climb up because I feel like it would be more obvious if I climbed up directly off the right side of the building.
So go ahead
Like,
and
if
roll
I go
me
behind it, I want to go behind.
a stealth check with advantage because your party are actively distracting. And it seems, wow, two ends of the spectrum on that one. So we're going with the 20. Yeah, you're good. With the 20, you manage to just kind of slink off behind the blacksmith and make your way down the set of stairs a little bit. It goes down about 20 feet. You notice like each platform or kind of raised plateau here, it's like about 20 feet up from the one above it. And you kind of like work your way down to the middle markets where you find like where the top would have been more artisan goods and weapons and enchanted goods is more like your general shit, and then the lower market, of course, being just like a random assortment of knickknacks and junk. You make your way down and you look and you see this massive expanse of water that you're kind of just now noticing for the first time. It seems like the halls of Belrun themselves were built around this large subterranean lake that kind of goes all the way around the back of the restaurant and out into the darkness of the cave, seemingly as far as at least you can see with your dark vision. Where once you imagine the water was probably fairly well filtered and clean and drinkable, looking down into it now, it is just a septic waste of greenish, brackish water. You see like a few bodies just floating around in it. One body's
My
floating.
children!
As a body's floating, you notice something just pull it under the water and it never comes back up. It seems like a pretty unpleasant place.
Sure.
What are you looking for?
No, what I was trying to do was like slink along the wall.
Yep, you just
So,
like
just
step
kinda,
up
like-
onto the wall and get your spider feet going. You're kind of
Yeah,
walking horizontally out to the side.
So I just kind of want to get to this like back right corner and then kind of come like around the side and then try to like climb up the building. See
Okay.
if there's any other like entrances that might be less protected.
Sweet. Roll me a perception check, if you please.
I sure will, but it's probably going to be terrible.
16 is not bad. That's just enough. You needed 15. So looking around, you don't see anything on the building that really gives you an indication there's a way inside. There are a couple like smaller chimneys, but they're like kind of grated at the top and have like that covering on them. And they're definitely too small for like a person. Even Firegrim probably wouldn't fit down the biggest one at first glance. But while you're up there looking, you get a little bit of a better bird's eye view of things. You kind of look down the cliffs below and you see coming out of this side, and if you look hard enough that side, two large sewer grates hanging about 20 feet off the surface of this lake, and you just see the same kind of greenish nasty liquid pouring out of what you gather to be the sewers. Seems like there is a fairly expansive sewer system beneath this area. It seems like every business has some kind of drain that runs into it.
You just want to make me deal with shit today is what I'm hearing.
Maybe a little. Maybe a little.
Yeah, all right. Cool.
You roll the dice and just give you the information that's available.
Yeah, sure. No, it's fair. So there's no like windows or anything up here that aren't particularly covered or anything.
There's like a skylight window, and as you kind of reach out and you kind of probe at it again, your finger stops about an inch away from it. Seems like this whole building is pretty well protected. This individual seems to have a lot of money and put an awful lot of it towards home defense.
Okay. I want to try to make my way back then.
Sure. Yeah, with the stealth check you rolled before, it is no problem. You kind of make your way back down, back onto the stairs, and you see the grate below you. As you make your way back up to the party, you do see like a number of different sewer grates kind of on the top market here. Some runoff from buildings around the backside. And you see your group still engaged with the conversation with this ogre. You get in there probably around the time he's Firegrim saying like it's not the size, it's how you wield the power. Seems like, yeah, kept him fairly well distracted the whole time. Seriously though, if you guys aren't gonna, do anything else, I do need you to clear off. I got a job to do here.
But we could be friends.
I'm not saying we're not friends. I'm sure you're perfectly nice guys, but I'm just saying, like, I got work to do. If a boss sees me just talking to you, and I know you, big guy, you're the competition. He sees me talking to you, it's gonna be trouble for me and my brothers.
Me?
But you could
A
work
chef?
You're literally carrying ingredients, big man.
I'm a
No,
chef.
these are my normal children.
Oh god. Hells, you said you were gonna cast friends on him?
Yeah, I want to cast friends on him.
Okay. Yeah. So, what's the duration on that? A minute? If I'm not 10 minutes?
A minute.
It's a minute? Okay. What are the components to cast that?
Oh. Never mind.
Again, what are the components?
No, it's fine. Never mind. I'm fine.
I'm just asking what the components are.
I don't want
All the components.
I don't want to cast it anymore. I didn't read it all the way. I'm dumb.
No, you already said you cast it. Damn it.
Alright.
It's fine. It's up to
Small
you.
amount of makeup applied to the face as the spell is cast. Just a little.
He just pulls out a little. Okay, I mean we can work with that. As you approach, you just pull out like a powder poof and just poof. This big cloud of powder emerges, and you cast Friends. You also, for the record, you have a spell focus. If your component does not have a gold cost, the spell focus just makes it. You don't actually have to apply makeup to your face. Your spell focus will just. Okay, you did the poof. I love it. Just poof.
What I did.
All right.
A little bit of blush on the skeletal.
Dude, I had a
Thanks for the
full
look,
ass
Mystics.
one of those compact mirrors, and
Yeah.
I did the whole. So
We're blending.
friends, right?
We're blending. Okay, yeah. Yeah, you absolutely cast Friends on this individual. Is there a saving throw on that, or is it just work? I feel like there's
It
a
just
saving throw.
works. It very much just works.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Okay.
But there's a negative to it.
Yeah, after the end. I'm aware of that.
Yeah, that I didn't know about. That's cool.
So,
Yeah.
you cast it, and he looks at you and says, "Oh, it's been a while. How you doing, my friend?" His
I'm
demeanor
doing great.
changes
Look,
completely. He's like happy to see you. You're looking good. You got a little color in the cheeks, a little more than usual.
Look, man, I just wanted to, I don't know, make sure we were cool for like all time. That's all. I just kind of wanted to get it in writing that, you know, we're friends, brothers till the end, and then we'll leave you alone.
You want me to write something? I can't.
No, I just need you to sign this piece of paper, and I want to quickly scrawl on a piece of paper that I will not attack my friends.
Okay. You hand him the piece of paper. He just grabs your quill, signs it, pass it back. Roll me an insight check.
Perfect. Awesome. Big.
Yeah. He didn't even read it. Like you
Sure.
see his eyes glance at it, and like his brow kind of furrows and creases, and it looks like he's concentrating really, really hard. And then he just signs it and hands it back to you hastily. Or anyone figures out that he can't read.
Can I roll insight on this one?
Yep.
Is that-
Yeah, 100%.
Okay,
Everyone can roll it. 22.
Okay.
He cannot read, and it becomes very clear to you very
I'm gonna
early
look-
that he
I'm
cannot
gonna
read.
look up to him. I'm gonna pat him on the fucking ankle. Look, buddy, I've helped him learn some words. I can help you sometime.
You teach me to read.
I could, yes.
I've asked the boss. He tells me doesn't need me to read. Just means he smash things.
You see,
Well, if you come with us,
he's
you can
trying
learn to
keep you
read
unskilled, so he can
whenever
keep
you
you
want
under his
to.
thumb.
You want me
Yeah,
to come?
we'll-
Want me to come with you?
Yeah, come work with us.
Roll me a persuasion check at advantage. Okay. He like just shoulders the thing, and he's like, well, "Look, I could get in really big trouble for this.
Well, we'll keep you safe. You'll be part of our crew.
That sounds
I
fun.
say we could probably get your brothers involved too. I could teach them to read if they don't know.
They're even stupider than I am, so that'll be a bit of a challenge. They're not back yet. They're out been running some errands with the boss or something. I don't know what they were doing, but they've been gone a little while. If you want me to come with you, I think I could, but we need to be quiet. We need to be quick about it. And he's like, kind of at this point, he's like a little excited, like a little kid who's like, I'm gonna cause some trouble. He's kind of stoked on life about this.
And I go, yeah, because soon that spell will wear off.
What spell?
I can't spell. I'd love to learn though.
I can't spell either. I'd like to learn too.
That's where
Awesome, this is great. And
Wow.
as
Look at
the minute comes to a close, as this rambling has been happening and this conversation has continued, I've been watching the timer. We talked for over a minute and a half. The spell begins to fade, and you notice his eyes go from like happy and cheerful and bright-eyed and happy to see you to like just pure rage building in his face.
Okay, he doesn't have to.
You made
You
me
were very
feel
nice.
stupid! And he pulls out his thing and just like goes to slam you with his giant log. Everyone has a moment to react. What would you like to do?
I cast calm emotions.
Okay. Yeah, his emotions are definitely not calm right now. Not only did you hand him a contract, he hates being handed things, for one. He can't read. You made him feel dumb. Charisma DC 17. I got you. I'm low-key really enjoying playing this character. I'm not gonna lie to you. This ogre might be my next character. I'm being full disclosure here. Charisma is -2. Let's go, baby. What do we got? 6. Yeah, his immediately just calms down. He's like, it looks like he was about to smash you. Just puts it down and
Whoa,
calms himself.
This contract,
Whoa. We
as
were
I grab the
trying to-
contract, this contract says you will not attack your friends, and you claim that we are your friends.
When did I say you were my friends? He did something
Just a few
to me.
minutes ago.
He
I did
did
not
something
say
to
that,
me.
man.
He put the
No,
makeup on his
you
face. He
called
put a
us
little
friends
powder.
before.
I
No,
don't
he
put
put
makeup
powder
on your face.
Yeah, he
I
put
was
powder
just
on
a
his
little
face.
bit
No,
of charm.
no.
Just-
You lied to me, and you did a spell on me. I don't like that. I don't
I
appreciate
promise
it.
you I
Yes,
didn't.
okay.
I promise you I didn't.
I'm not going to hurt you,
1000%.
but
I don't know if it was
but-
me.
no,
You
no,
think
listen-
it was me, but it was somebody else.
He like pushes his finger to your decaying lips, like, and it's a big fucking finger. Like it is a bratwurst size fucking.
As he does, I turn into him.
That's cool. I don't like that. You guys need to go. You're gonna get me in trouble. You're gonna get my
So
brothers
here's
in
the thing,
trouble.
right?
I'm calm. I'm not gonna hurt you. Apparently, the contract is legally binding. I understand that, but
Well,
y'all need
the
to
thing
go.
is-
Y'all need to go.
We want you to come with us. We
I
want
can't-
to
I
save
can't-
you
I
from
can't-
the
I
threats. We
can't-
want
I
to
can't-
teach
you
you
don't
how to
come
read.
Ugh, roll me another persuasion check. One of you at advantage because you're both trying to help him.
I'll do it.
God
I
damn.
got +9.
19. Okay.
Mine is not great.
How long does calm emotions last? Too is my question.
Calm emotions last for up to a minute.
Cool. Great. All right. I have to be honest. You're being very persuasive right now, and I think it might be a good idea for me to come with you. But we can't get my brothers in trouble.
Fair. On board. I'm not here to get anybody in trouble. All I want is to talk to the chef about the soup. That's it.
Well, he's not in right now, like I said. So
Understandable.
maybe
So
you
we're
could
gonna
teach me
take
how to
you-
read a
we're gonna
little
try to
bit.
Teach you how to read.
Yeah, and then come back. He might be back later.
Exactly. It always helps to have a friend that knows somebody, you know?
I want
Oh,
to go behind him
also-
and chop his head off.
Okay. I will say, calm emotions is a 20-foot radius effect, and it affects everybody in it. So you all need to make me a charisma saving throw, except for the caster.
Well, I can choose to not have it affect them, can't
Nope.
I? As a
That
sorcerer?
is a wizard thing.
Even with meta magic?
Mm.
Oh god.
No, it literally just affects everyone in range. 100%.
That's crazy.
If I'm super
no.
calm, I retract my statement, I guess.
You
I'm
guys
just,
are
I'm
super
just,
calm.
yeah. No, like if I'm reading this right, each humanoid in a 20-foot radius centered on a point you choose must make. Okay, I haven't left yet. Hell yeah, Mystics, thank you for hanging out. Thank you, Blue, as well. Someone should
Alright,
compliment his
well,
cast. So as this is happening,
let's go
like he's
teach you
angry.
Some words.
Yeah, like a calmness just settles over the entire group. All will to murder leaves your bodies temporarily, and together, as the ogre is like now kind of like cheery and like calm once again, you all begin to make your way out into the kind of central market here. As another minute comes to a close, and you all feel the magic just wear off. That anger in you, Firegrim, for being called small and being pat on the head returns. Girthmog, that urge to cause violence returns. And you see the ogre now just stop dead in his tracks. And he's like, he's not attacking you outright, because it seems like you guys have appealed to him and kind of befriended him in a way, but he's now just standing there, and he realizes he is in a position where he is about to do something very wrong, but wants to, if that
All
makes
right,
sense.
so here I'm gonna grab the letter that he signed I'm gonna hold it up. I'm gonna start pointing to letters. And kind
Okay.
of. This is an A. It sounds like ah. Ah.
It sounds like
Yes.
Okay, I got
But
it.
it can also. They also have different sounds, but we're gonna go with bass sounds.
That
here
doesn't
because
make
we
sense.
need to
How
go
can
slow.
one thing make two different sounds?
It's very confusing. I do agree.
I
Okay,
never
so-
got it either.
Right? It's just a bunch of lines on paper. I don't understand.
Right?
They
What's up,
mean
Boris?
things and
I'm just
also
gonna keep
allow
going
you
through
to.
letters.
Okay. Fucking.
As long as
I
you
love how this
keep
is supposed to
doing-
be like a evil one shot, and we're teaching an ogre to read. Go ahead and just roll me a straight up intelligence check to see how well you are able to teach.
God,
Can I?
I'm using my
assist?
advantage.
Yeah,
Again.
you did have advantage. Go ahead and use that.
Oh my
It was a
god.
14. Okay. He's gonna roll. Also a disadvantage because I had a disadvantage saved up, which I probably should have used earlier, but I didn't. He rolls a 2. He just gets angry as he's watching, and you're going over the letters. He's like, "That's too many. 3 is too many."
No, it's okay. It's okay, big guy. Look,
He's like
we got
he's like a
these.
little worried now. He's like a little upset.
We'll start off simple. We'll start off with the first letter, and we'll teach you how that fucking is written, how that is read. But it's a lot easier to do that in a calmer environment that's not out with all these distractions. Have you ever heard of the
There's lots of
phrase "a study
distractions.
room"?
No.
Well, a study room is a calm, quiet environment where you can really soak in the knowledge and truly learn. If you try to learn out here, it'll never work.
That sounds boring.
It's not boring once you get to knowing this. Look,
Can you
imagine
kill
your
people in
brother.
the study room?
You can. 100% you can.
He
And I
leans over
have.
to Girthmog.
many.
Are they lying to me?
Are you?
No, you can
No,
kill people
definitely not.
anywhere you want.
You can kill people with a fucking spoon, and it's very fun.
I
no-
believe it. This guy hates everything.
I've actually seen the boss man do that, you know, with the spoon, just causing his
Yeah.
eyes right out of the head. It was rusty and everything.
Hilarious.
That
Cool
was
as fuck,
pretty
right?
messed up. It was really
Yeah.
weird. Really weird.
How do you reckon there's a good study room in the restaurant?
I feel like there is. Yeah, definitely, for sure.
I think there's a good study room in the rest. I don't know. I don't think there is. It's pretty busy in there most times.
Yeah, I don't know. Our way better restaurant doesn't have one.
You saying
The
you have a better
study room-
restaurant?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you
The
give
study room in our restaurant is my bedroom because it is the most quiet place.
I bet you say that to all the people you want to get back to your bedroom, eh? He gives you a little
Nobody
pat.
comes back with me. So
That's sad.
no.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Except
It
me
was
when
kind
I
of a
get
sword.
scared.
I do. He is my thunder buddy.
It's just I'm scared.
I need art of that. I need Girthmog art of Firegrim just like cradling his giant head, like, it'll be okay, little man.
Girthmog just looking out the window, like,
It's scary.
Do you know what's really funny?
don't go there.
Why do you need a thunder buddy? You guys live hundreds of kilometers underground.
That's the real question: is why do we need a thunder buddy?
Okay. I
We've
mean,
discovered plate tectonics.
yeah. Okay,
We
so
found an earthquake.
go ahead and roll me a persuasion check. This time, no disadvantage because the calm emotions as friends round off 15. And then, okay,
It's not ideal.
it wins. It wins. Girthmog rolled a 5, so he doesn't seem to believe Girthmog and Roteleks. He's like, you know, you might be right. There might be somewhere quiet in there. I don't know. Maybe it's worth a shot. I don't know.
For sure.
He walks over to the door and just like opens it. Is there somewhere quiet in here we can study? And you just hear it yell back, no! Okay, thank you. He closes the door. She said there's nowhere quiet in there.
Well, we'll just go. We can just go back to ours.
Okay, I'm fine with that. I don't think they'll notice if I'm gone.
Probably not.
You sure?
No, but probably not, right?
All right, I'm gonna trust
There are
you.
a lot of people there.
You seem like a trustworthy folk who can change his face and stuff, so I'm gonna go with you. Yeah. A man of many faces is always trustworthy. My mom used to tell me that.
What's he wearing?
It's very, very rudimentary armor. Like, if any, this is not entirely dissimilar to what you would have worn.
I think it could fit me?
Yeah, it probably hang a little loose, but it does appear to be hide armor.
I'll wear your clothes and stand for you.
Oh, that's actually genius. That way they could never get upset.
You think you look enough like me to make that work?
I'm not as big, more handsome, but not as big.
That's a little mean, but I'm not going to argue with you on that one.
Well, to be fair, he's an incredibly handsome individual.
He is quite handsome.
He's very thick. All right, I think that might work. Go ahead, roll me a persuasion at advantage, because Roteleks helped you. This is just, we're doing all roleplay today, guys. No fucking combats tonight. That's a 4. I don't think that'll work. Maybe I should just go. I'm sure they won't get in trouble. They're not even back yet. It's not like they're gonna know I'm gone if they're not here to see me. Ow. Fuck. I hit my desk.
Yourself.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I have an idea.
What's that?
And then I just realized I'm still him.
You are, yeah.
I think I look more like you than he does.
You look exactly like me, in fact.
Yeah, so I could just stand here.
You could.
And since Firegrim is helping you learn, me and Big Guy here can defend from anybody that might do any harm to this restaurant for you.
All right. That sounds good.
Perfect. I pull Firegrim aside.
He seems a little hesitant, but the logic makes sense there. You do look exactly like him, and you've kind of bonded with him at this point.
I pull Firegrim aside. I say,
Hey, make an excuse as soon as you get it back to the restaurant that you have to piss, shit, cum, something, and then make your way back over here.
All right. I guess. I don't really want... Yeah, that's fine.
He's tired of fighting. He's exhausted. Whatever.
Oh my god. Okay, so Firegrim and this
lost his fire.
Firegrim and this ogre just begin trouncing their way towards the brothel. Boof, boof, boof. Firegrim's little feet barely managing to keep up with this hulking creature. As Roteleks, you just in your slightly dead-scented ogre form now take up a position at the door. As Firegrim and this ogre disappear, and you and Girthmog are left in the upper market of this place. That's going to be where we take our first break today, because that energy drink is kicking in. I got pissed like a racehorse. So, we're going to take a little break there, and I did not see that going that way today, guys. You guys have run me for a loop today. I didn't even think you were going to talk to him. Anyway, so we'll be back in about 10 minutes, folks. We're just going to hit the bathroom, refill our drinks and everything. We will not be long. Thank you all so much for coming to hang out for our wonderful adventure today. As usual, it's pure chaos with these guys. So, we'll be back in 10. Please don't go anywhere. We'll see you soon. Hello, everybody. We're back to it. Thank you for sticking around and hanging out with us tonight. Got a little more drink going. This is my last bottle of ginger ale. I'm sad. I could pour some rum in it. We could. Do we want to go that route? No.
Yes.
Not okay. I know.
weird that you said no there when the answer was yes.
Can you say? So, you guys have done a wonderful job so far. Just, avoiding everything I've put out. It's been great. So far, you and your unnamed ogre buddy, Firegrim. What's the poll? I'm drinking more rum. I'm doing that right now. We got rum. Rum and ginger ale. How's this gonna go? Okay. It works. Rum and pomegranate ginger ale. It's a good mix.
Pomegranate ginger ale. They got fucking pomegranate everything.
Yeah. I don't know. I had two things. I mixed them together and it kind of works. I'm not opposed.
Terrible.
Pomegranate. I'm down with it. It's working.
I
for
love
me.
pomegranate juice and I love fucking rum, but
have you tried it?
Together,
have you tried it?
Maybe
you should knock it till you try it. Maybe you should knock it till you try it.
I'm knocking it.
Well, you should.
Who's there?
Look, you don't understand, guys. You don't fucking get it.
Oh God.
It took me way too long to get it over.
I was like, I actually thought someone knocked on my actual door. Anyway, we're gonna get back.
He's like, I'm fucking home alone. What the fuck?
It happens sometimes when it's.
That was the face of somebody slowly recoiling in terror.
Yeah. Okay. So the fear, no, there was genuine fear there. I hate it when people knock on my door. It's like it's an immediate trigger response. Last 3 times that happened, it was a guy trying to buy drugs because my fucking old roommate sold him weed. The other 2 times were the cops, also related to the roommate who was selling people weed. I was just like, bruh. The second time, I'm like, just... Anyway, so Firegrim and the party, with a little quick thinking, managed to lure the ogre guardsman away from this front door through a series of well-made checks, clever thinking, and a little shape-shifting on the part of our resident changeling, Roteleks. So, Roteleks and Girthmog currently are standing guard at the door, or at least Roteleks is pretending to be this ogre. JT, what are you and ogre guy getting up to? I feel like you were told to go drop them off and come back as soon as possible. So how are we making that happen?
So when we get to the area around where our shop is, there's other stores, right?
So many. Yeah, no, like, so you guys would be in like, not to shame your guys' restaurant or anything, but it's like even outside of the lower market, it's in like what would be the slums, but you guys are essentially appealing to like the low income audience, or a low income like populace basically. So you're quite a bit out of the markets, and there is like a ton of just random kind of haphazardly thrown together wooden storefronts, like kind of alleyways, like little carts and stuff.
Like an inn.
Yeah, 100%. One second, I actually have this written down. Shit. Where did I have it written down? No one ever goes to my evil inn. It was a really good pun, and I'm gonna be sad if I can't find it.
The horror.
I'm sad now. Okay. Well, we're sad. There is an inn. It is a fairly run-down establishment. It is called the Iron Maiden. It is a rundown old building run by an older woman with a long white hair, wrinkles, and like leather-looking face. Like her skin is just dry and cracked. She hasn't responded well to being underground. And the entire bar is decorated with various torture implements that she has found throughout her time and travels.
So as we walk in front of this inn, I'm gonna look to him. I'm gonna say, "My study room is in here. I pay for it."
You pay for a room in the inn, okay?
Yes, because it's a lot quieter than our shop. But I want you to go to my study room.
It looks kind of busy.
Yeah, well, the rooms upstairs are much quieter.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna go in, talk to the lady, because I need to make sure my room has been cleaned before I take you to it.
Okay, that makes sense.
I will be right back. If you want, go ahead and sit at a table. I'll come get you.
All right. He goes up to the door and kind of has to like sideways shuffle his way through because it's like this is a fairly small door, and he's a big guy. Finds himself like a not well upholstered couch by the fire that's burning, and it's like kind of all torn up. Looks like some kind of feral beast has ravaged this fucking couch. But he grabs a seat, and as he does, the whole couch just kind of bends under his weight. And you see the bartender, again, this older lady. Yep. What do you want?
I need a room.
Yeah, 5 gold.
Okay. I assume we've gotten gold through our jobs, right?
Yeah, you guys have disposable income at this point. You guys are you're small business owners. You got a little pocket change.
Okay, let's go. So I'm gonna hand her the 5 gold.
Roteleks, you're a government employee. You're broke as fuck. You have no money. But you get a pension plan for when you retire.
I don't have a 401k, nothing, man.
So I'm gonna pay for the room.
All right. She grabs a key, and she has this very gruff sound when she slams this rusty key down in front of you. 3rd one on your left.
Thank you.
You're
I'll grab
welcome.
it, jump off the stool, and head over to Buddy. All right, my room is ready.
That was quick. It was clean then.
Yeah, she took care of it all.
Yeah, it was getting messy with those nighttime activities you're up to, eh?
No, I'm lonely.
Well, you know what? Today's the day. Love is in the air, my friend. He grabs the key from you and follows you up.
Why'd you take my key?
I'm sorry. You told me I could use the room.
I mean, yes, but I have to teach you.
Fair.
Okay, what? Sure, it's this one. I point to the door.
He just gives you the key back. He was just excited to learn to read. Jesus.
I open it. Then once we're inside, I'm gonna start taking out like paper from my bag,
Okay.
stuff like this. I'm gonna
Yeah,
write letters on it.
Okay, like A, B,
Mhm.
C. By C, he starts getting frustrated again.
Okay, we're gonna go over these 3 letters right now.
Okay,
Just these 3.
Just 3? Okay, more than 3 is
Mhm.
too many.
All right, so this is A.
A. That makes the ah sound, or
Yep.
A.
Yep.
I got it.
This is B, which is more of a ba
B.
noise.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, got it.
This
Buh.
is C, which can sound 2 ways. It can either be ka or s.
What?
Cock.
Ka or s.
Cut or s? Okay.
Yeah, kind of, yes.
Where did you learn all this?
A lot of reading. A ton.
But
of
how did you
reading.
learn to read? How could you read things if you couldn't read already?
My tribe leader taught me
Oh, he's
because
smart.
they wanted me to be great.
No, smart man.
I don't know where he learned.
Smart
but
man. I'm not. Go ahead, roll me intelligence check to just see how well he grasps this. 27's pretty fucking good. That's a save. I'm gonna take it anyway. Fuck it. He's gonna roll at disadvantage.
Oh, my bad.
It rolls a
My
9.
normal int is...
Rolls a 9 plus what's the ogre? Oh, he rolls a 6 because he has -3. So as he's like sitting there staring at these letters you have written, A, B, and C, he is just like. You see the you see the veins just bulging in his head. He's like digging his fingernails into the table. I think I'm getting it.
All right. So,
And he just puts his head into his hands and just stares. He almost becomes like completely unobservant of you at this point. He's just staring at these 3 pages, trying to absorb what you've written on them.
as you do this, I have to use the bathroom real quick. I will be right back to help you.
Don't worry, I'm not gonna go anywhere. This is gonna take a little while.
All right. Just
You
keep
see,
at
like
it. and
his
you'll get
eyes
it.
are starting to like kind of shake a little bit and like go a little bloodshot. He's concentrating real hard. In his mind, it just
I'm
that
gonna
just means
slip out
tense
and
every
go.
muscle in his body. Okay, so you sneak out. You just dip out the door and head to the bathroom. He is completely absorbed in A, B, C, and you make your way back to the party. And when you arrive, you find Roteleks and Girthmog still standing at the ready, as far as I know, unless you guys had anything you wanted to do during that
Nope.
time. Okay.
So this is being big, huh?
The only thing I say the whole
All
time.
right. Well, he seems thoroughly distracted. So, what are we doing?
I open the door.
Sorry. Playing fetch with my cat. You open the door. Okay. He did unlock it, like when he went to yell, and he actually put in a key and turned it, which he seems to have taken with him. He did not lock it behind him, and you open the door, and you see just a kind of empty, like, entryway, or foyer, if you will. There's like a nice carpet on the ground, which I don't have a model for, but there's like a nice carpet that kind of does a 90-degree turn and leads up to a door that should be right there. There's a door there. Congratulations. Imagination. Does not appear to be attended by anyone, and the other door does seem to be closed.
It's so there's nobody in there.
Nope. No, it seems like the woman is now, or the drow woman is inside doing some other stuff, or occupied otherwise.
So
Just gonna
okay.
open it. It's just an empty room with a closed door.
I kind of like gesture behind me to kind of just stay there for a second, and I like walk inside.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. You just saunter your big ogre ass right on in there. You kind of open the other door. It's this fairly nice, ornately decorated door. It's pure, like, everything here is built of stone. There's not a lot of wood construction apart from the stuff that, like, the evil Legion has begun assembling in their time here.
Do I smell the soup?
You smell soup. Roll me a perception check, actually.
Okay.
You definitely smell something. 16. Yep. You smell what appears to be a fairly hearty stew cooking from this massive, like, 10-foot by 10-foot cauldron with the steam is just kind of broiling out of. Doesn't appear to be a lot going on. You see a number of goblins kind of just wandering around and, again, preparing table, putting up place settings, going over reservations and stuff. The drow woman does not appear to be present here. Either way, you do see a door, or more of an arch, with a staircase that leads down as well, leading under this large wooden platform that's kind of sitting just above this massive cauldron.
The cauldron, is that the same cauldron, though?
No, this one's huge.
Different
The cauldron they took was a normal-sized cooking pot.
Gotcha.
This is a massive 10-foot by 10-foot custom-made huge thing. And even looking at it, there's like a tap on the front. Looking on the back, there's another tap that leads right to a pipe that you see flows directly into the floor. It's thick, out that wide.
Okay. I'll follow it. I can.
Pipe? No, it just goes out and down right into the floor.
Oh, I thought you were saying it like went underneath the floor or something.
No, it goes into the floor, and it looks like it continues going down, so you could take the staircase and continue.
Yeah, I would like to follow that.
Okay, so you go down the stairs, you find yourself in what appears to be a large basement. It looks like a fairly simple kind of just larder, like storage for a bunch of different food items. As your eyes adjust to the darkness, you find what you thought was meat or animals hanging from hooks is a little more dwarven in make and biology.
Dwarven kids.
No, not kids. They did not
Just
specialize.
regular
Just regular dwarves. It seems like they did not. You
Amateur.
twisted motherfuckers. They did not specialize in dwarf children soup, because that's evil even for evil people. You sick motherfuckers. But
Amateurs.
looking down, you see this massive kind of storage area, just boxes piled up to the ceiling. A few individuals running around, like a few of these goblins, just kind of cutting meat off and preparing it. Some are like moving around what looks to be a cage or like something on a trolley and kind of pulling it around the back of the room until you lose sight of it. You hear some muttering. What languages do you speak?
I speak Abyssal, Common, Dwarvish, and Infernal.
Okay. You do not understand what they're saying. Sounds like a lot of kind of high-pitched, very angry-sounding voices.
Mm-hmm. Let me read this just real quick.
Sure thing. I'll keep describing while you're reading real quick. At the other end of the room, you see a large door that is pure steel with no windows, and appears to have like a large, almost like safe knob on it. And a keyhole.
Can I use detect thoughts without them immediately turning hostile on me?
What are the components to cast it?
The components are a copper piece.
No, it's like it does have a V, an S, or an M.
Oh, it has all three.
Okay, so verbal, somatic, and material. You do need to actively cast something with your hands. I'm gonna say roll me a stealth check real quick, just to try.
I do
and...
also have Warcaster, if that helps.
Does not, but that is useful to know. So go ahead and roll me a stealth check first.
Okie doke.
Doesn't necessarily mean they'll react to it if they see it. This is just to see if you manage to do it kind of subtly enough. 18, definitely. So they're not actively paying attention to you. They're all kind of going about their jobs here, and you kind of just move your hands together and cast your spell as the thoughts. So I believe you just get surface level going off, right?
Yeah.
And then you have to probe deeper to get further thoughts, right? So
what it's thinking about in that moment.
Okay.
Which I assume would be what it's talking about.
Yeah, just at surface level on these goblins, you kind of getting a mix of like fear and anxiety coming from them. They're talking about the big event and everything going on, and then throughout that you pick up another thought, and it's it's in a voice that doesn't sound like it's been talking. If we're going off, assuming that people's internal voices are the same ones they speak with for the sake of this spell. This is not a voice you have heard before. It is a still high-pitched, shrill. Sounds vaguely Firegrim-esque as it repeats, burn, 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 over and over again in her mind.
Sick.
Yeah, you don't see anything going on back there. They went behind kind of like a bunch of shelving and pile of boxes and everything, but you just hear a few of them muttering like, oh, why won't this one calm down? Like shit like that in their head, and they're like, I wish I could just stab this fucking thing. Seems like they're pretty upset with something.
Didn't you say they were carting one around a corner?
Yeah, they carted this trolley around a corner. Essentially, you saw like the two wheels moving, but you didn't see what was on or in the trolley.
Can I follow that?
Yeah, you could. And as you kind of poke your head around the corner, using your stealth check, you do see a trio of goblins all clustered around what appears to be a female goblin in kind of vaguely wizard-esque robes, with her hands bound by a rope that appears to kind of be glowing, a little bit of a bluish color. Seems magical in nature. And she's the one just looking, and you see her eyes just staring in fury at the three of these goblins that seemingly have locked her up for some reason.
Sure.
Oh, I should mention.
Yeah.
From behind that massive metal door with the giant safe turn or safe knob on it, you hear just feed me. Feed me. And you just hear someone, like you feel someone's thoughts and they're just obsessing over food in a very deep internal monologue.
Scary.
Yeah.
I'd like to try to make my way seemingly normally just back out to where the post would be.
Back out to the front door. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. You make your way back out. The goblins
did I
don't
kind
seem
of
to
like figure out, were there any other doors? I'm sorry. Were there any other doors I didn't go down that she might have been behind besides the steel door?
There was when you came in there, you would have seen another door at the left of the restaurant into what appears to be like the kitchen area where they cook things other than the stuff cooking in the back. So you figure she might probably be in there. Alternatively, you do see a large sewer grate with a lock on it in the floor here.
I don't want to go to the fucking sewer. Just so you know, you can go there.
No, you could have
before I
gone
walk
there.
outside, peek my head in there.
Into the room where she's
Kitchen.
in. Yeah. So you kind of make your way back up, walk past the pot. The stew smells good. Like you're familiar with the smell of cooked dwarf, and you kind of it smells good. There's some potatoes in there too, some other stuff. It's a fairly hearty potato stew. You kind of like push open these kind of swinging kitchen doors, and you see what appears to be kind of this like canine-esque hyena-looking creature in like a chef's coat that's all mangled and covered in blood and ripped. It's not very well pieced together, and you just got a cleaver cutting into some meat and like he's cubing up meat to put into the stew basically. And you see her just talking there to him. Now, I don't understand where the problem is with these people. They always leave on the big events for some reason. I don't understand it. And there's some big idiot outside asking for a reservation. I don't understand how dumb people are. Working in customer service gets harder every fucking year, I tell you. The hyena just kind of roll me a performance check.
Okay. Can I change my voice too?
You can't. I don't know. I think you can. You're more trying to like perfectly imitate an accent here.
Sure.
I don't expect you, Hellscorp, to be able to imitate me, but this is to see if Roteleks at 19 is solid. You managed to like. Not only have you changed your look and your general makeup, you do manage to capture the essence of this lovable, fairly stupid, but kind-hearted evil ogre. I have disadvantage. Thanks, Aves. Thanks. Thank you. No, that's cool. Awesome. Sweet. I'm gonna save that for the big fight. Yeah, you do manage to change your voice and basically sound exactly like this large, nameless ogre. She looks up. What?
There's a guy outside who wants a free sample.
What do you mean he wants a free sample?
That
big idiot again?
No, it's a different big idiot.
For fuck's sake. And she like writes her fucking Girthmog, you got advantage too from Aves as well. Thanks, Aves.
Hell yeah.
Cool. Everyone's just against me, dude. She like writes herself, and you get that poshness to her a little. She was kind of like in the back area. Her customer service face came off, and she was a little less refined. But she makes her way and carries herself very finely and walks past you. I have had enough of these people. She opens the door and sees Girthmog and Firegrim standing there. You idiots again!
I'm behind her now, but holding both the fucking doors.
She like turns. I told you to leap. Why are you stopping me?
No.
What's going on?
You see here, lady, is where you fucked up.
Oh no. She just like very like there's terror. I would say everyone roll me an intimidation check just collectively as a group. Just see what everyone gets. Firegrim said
I'm not here for intimidation.
You
okay?
said the most intimidating thing. You are the least intimidating of the party. But there's fear immediately. She like backs up into you. And she kind of does that thing where she hits you and like feels this massive body behind her. What do you want?
So, we know this is where our soup is. We tracked it here.
I don't know anything about your soup. I can tell you that soup has been there all day. No one has touched it.
Who are you feeding?
No, we'll get to that later.
Our guests. One of the biggest couples holidays of the year.
I'll let you guys go. I gotta communicate that somehow. I don't know how yet.
Feeding.
Okay.
He got
I
somebody
I mean,
behind the
obviously
door.
you have the guests.
Are
You're
you
keeping something down there, huh?
We're not keeping something down there. Something lives down there.
Is it?
Oh,
It's the boss's wife.
well,
Feed me, she says. Go feed her.
She gets fed plenty, believe me.
Girthmog
She's had
is
enough.
a chef. He could gladly feed her.
She gets fed
Yeah.
plenty. He sees to his wife, thank you very much. I've asked you to leave.
Well, I mean, if she's wanting food, obviously
She always
he's not
wants
here.
food. She never stops eating. She has food.
She sounds
Maybe we
awesome.
should take care of it. Get her some food.
Where's our
Look.
stew?
Clearly, I don't know anything about your fucking stew. And everyone roll me an insight check, please.
It's my
With an-
one good
yeah.
thing, dude.
She's not lying. She is just trying to persuade you. Eager with your insight. Girthmog has been killing it with the insight checks too. Yeah, she's
nice.
scared shitless. She doesn't know anything about your stew as far as she's aware. She's just here to make sure this holiday goes off without a hitch. Yeah,
Where's the boss then?
Well, if you say your stew's been stolen by him, I imagine still making his way here with your stew. I don't know. You were just in there. Did you see him?
For him?
I can't stop you if I wanted to now.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, yeah, guys, come in.
She
Yeah,
steps.
you
She
know,
literally
maybe we
just.
should look for it.
She steps aside and just gestures you guys inward, like,
Can we have a bowl of stew while we're waiting?
help yourself.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I want to walk up to the big pot. Does it look like that could be part of our stew was put in there?
It is a completely different color. It is not the same at all. As far as you can tell, this is an entirely separate stew from your veal dwarf stew. You sick fucks.
Could I sneakily poison the stew after getting a bowl of it? I do have a poisoner's kit.
No, she was just gonna like pour from the spigot for you. But
You said
absolutely.
she gestured, but yeah.
Yeah,
I
she
want
was
to-
gesturing. She was gesturing to the spigot. But if you wanted to
That's
go, she's not gonna stop you. Like she's. You guys have won. You have defeated
I
this
want
low-level
to
fucking
lean over the stew.
minimum
I'm gonna-
wage.
I'm gonna say, Girthmog, take my arms.
All right.
Did you just go up?
No,
Uppies,
so I want,
Uppies.
I want him to hold my hand so I can lean further over the bowl of stew.
Okay.
And I'm gonna lean back and I'm shitting in the stew.
Hey, that worked.
Oh my
There's
God.
the poison.
All right, I oblige.
There's no fucking roll associated with that. I don't know how to roll that. Girthmog, roll me a strength check to just hold this very light, not hard to hold goblin, I guess. I don't know. This is not how I planned this, guys. That's 23. You with one hand, like kind of awkwardly, like looking away while Firegrim shits in the stew, just with one hand.
Eye for an eye, you know?
That is just vile.
You guys did it to us.
I didn't shit in your stew!
He ate a turd today.
What do you think?
That was because of you.
It was not because of me at all. I'm sorry. What do you think we eat on a lunch break? That stew is for us,
I'm
too.
figuring Firegrim's ass.
God
I want to throw up. I might throw up.
Look at what's happening. I just.
Time out. No. Time
I'm
out.
going to the door.
What?
I don't want to be here anymore. I find a fun D&D game for you guys to kill dwarves and burn shit, and you're just pooing and stuff and eating shit. What the fuck?
I actually gotta throw up, dude. I actually gotta throw up. Ooh.
Okay. Jesus. Oh.
That was worth it.
Look, we should check downstairs, right?
Do whatever you want. You people are disgusting. She just vomits. You see her just vomit into the stew at this point.
You can put that in a
Roteleks
corner
vomits, too.
if you have Cyclops.
We know Cyclops the Cyclops likes puke in his corner, okay? He comes here all the time.
Well, yes, he comes to our place too, but you could always have it a little more pukey.
Well, with your friend around, I'm sure that won't be an issue. And she just like, she pukes in her mouth a bit and then gets it with like one of these.
Let's start heading downstairs.
Yeah, you fucking dirty bastards. You make your way
As
down
I-
the stairs. Yeah, what's up?
As I walk away, I want my flesh to start melting again.
As she's like puking in the corner, she looks up at you as you're walking away. All the flesh and like hair, tufts of hair falls off, all the muscle, revealing the skeletal form of Roteleks the changeling underneath. And she just again, and just like all over, covers.
Yes, the spirits get it good and pukey.
Just go, please. At this point, you see like this dog-like creature in the kitchen poke its head out. Why does it smell like puke?
There's some up there if you want some.
I love puke.
Yeah, it's all in that corner. But be careful, Cyclops loves his puke, so you don't want to eat too much.
Yeah, you don't want to fuck with Cyclops. He just goes about. You guys make your way down the stairs, and you oh, you sick bastards. You make. I'm still recovering from that. Like I'm having trouble putting sentences together. You guys make your way down the stairs into the larder where you find these three goblins now kind of like looking at the commotion coming from upstairs, and you see like a little bit of puke kind of dripping through the wooden slats in the floor above, kind of just dripping down into the basement. And you see these three goblins. You don't see anything beyond that. You do see a large metal door like I described, kind of like with a safe turner or really fucking knob. I don't even know.
This the door you heard the feed me coming from?
Oh, is it?
Yeah, no, you
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
heard the feed me coming from behind the giant metal door.
All right, we'll
window.
leave that
yeah.
bitch to starve.
I point him over. I want to point towards the other, the goblin that's also burning things. I'll say, hey, you're in there somewhere. The Firegrim.
How can I be in there? I'm in here.
I don't know.
Mikey.
I almost came and rescued you, but it was confusing for me. So
I'm gonna go investigate, I guess, on
Okay.
the 3 goblins.
The goblins like notice you and see that you are not with them. You're very clearly not in uniform. They don't recognize you, and they're like very apprehensive. And you see one kind of reach for his dagger. What are you doing down here? This is for staff only. What are you investigating? Staff only.
Our soup is gone. Tell me, do you know what temperature a goblin cooks at?
Approximately 150 degrees Celsius, yes.
Good, and a fire's gonna appear in my hand. Get your damn hand off the dagger.
Roll me an intimidation check, please. That was nice. I like that.
that was bug.
That was good. That was good.
That's so bad.
That's a 5.
Oh no.
I don't think I'm gonna do that. How about you just turn around and leave before things get nasty?
Girthmog, come here.
Gun, 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 gun,
This guy wants to get nasty.
As Girthmog just walks out from behind, like comes down the rest of the stairs and appears from behind the crates. He's like, "Oh, shit!
Yeah, smell like you.
Can we just can we just go maybe?"
Have you seen a thing of dwarf kid soup around here?
Oh, the boss said he was going to your guys' place, huh? So he got you. You're gonna want to
Yeah.
be careful with him. The boss doesn't fuck around.
We'll see if he has a restaurant to return to.
I think it'll be fine.
We'll see. Who's the tied up one? Why are they tied up?
She's a troublemaker. She was the cook, and she didn't follow orders. So now she's a prisoner, and soon she's gonna be food. You have a problem
Sounds
with that?
like my kind of person, honestly. We should just let her go.
I can't do that.
I mean, it's let her go or you die here.
Okay, we'll let her go. He just takes his hand off the knife at this point. There's no way out. He's a common goblin. Like, he's not even one of the gang members. He's like a fucking, he's like the dishwasher crew, dude. And he just like lets go of the little fucking, what you see now to be just a steak knife in his belt. Okay, we're just gonna go. We're just gonna go. You guys do what you're gonna do, yeah?
Sure, we should check the kitchen for our soup.
Wait.
You! Huh?
One thing. I kneel down to the goblin.
Oh my god!
Take me to the big lady.
You wanna see the big lady?
Yeah, my intuition is pulling me.
Are you sure? She's pretty scary.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Oh, okay. You guys go upstairs. I'll handle this. I'll show you the big lady if you let us go. Deal?
You show us big lady first.
Yeah, it's not like you can let me go and then I show you the big lady. I have to be here to show you the big lady. Okay. Oh no, he's like the big lady. Okay.
What? Really smart?
Oh god. Okay, so he brings you over to this massive door. Yeah. He brings it's huge. It's big enough for like 3 of you to walk through abreast. It's like a massive safe door. And he just bing bing bing. Lucinda! You have a visitor. And you just hear from inside this deep booming voice. Did they bring food? Did you bring food?
You stole it.
Well, you don't want to go in there without food.
There's a kitchen right over there. I'm sure you could
I
whip
still
some
have
things up.
all of my fucking ingredients in my arms.
That might do it. If she doesn't like it, she'll just eat you whole. And she could. Believe me.
Oh, really big.
Really big. Really big.
All right, let's do it.
Oh, okay. Like he goes over to the wall and like pushes on a stone, which sinks into the wall, and you just see a key kind of like descend in the hole where it was, like it was hanging above the stone. When it went back, it just fell down. He grabs it, sticks it in, and then turns the crank a bunch of times. He has to, like, you see his little arm just moving so fast because he's so tiny, and then it finally, you hear it on the inside of the metal, these what must be just huge tumblers, as the safe door just slides its way open. And he's, there you go. Good luck, big guy. And he gives you a little tap on the leg, and it is just a room of pure darkness. There's no light inside whatsoever. Seems like this guy just keeps his wife down here in the dark and feeds her on the daily.
Big lady, big lady, big lady.
Did you bring food?
Yeah, I got 3 eyeballs, intestines, a kneecap. 2 kneecaps. One kneecap.
I heard that.
Alright, and I can't see.
You're a Goliath. You have dark vision, I think. I could be wrong.
I thought last time I was disappointed.
I feel like I honestly don't know. I haven't played a Goliath in ever.
You have dark vision out to a range of 60 feet. Okay.
So basically you're seeing in like black and grays, basically like old shitty CCTV.
Yeah.
Not very great. So it's essentially just this dark, massive, cavernous room. Doesn't even look like it's well carved. It literally just looks like a cave that the safe was kind of built into, or the safe door was built onto. But you just see this massive, hulking shape at the back of just pure bodily mass. You see a pair of arms and what looks like a pair of feet kind of sitting out from this massive kind of couch-like chair.
Our own Java.
Basically. It's kind of hard for you to make out the face, but you do see what appears to be the silhouette or the grayed out version of this massive hulking woman. Appears to be a giantess of some kind living down here. Give me food. The entire room trembles when she speaks. Her voice has so much bass to it, just based on her sheer size. There's little stones that begin kind of falling and debris and stuff falling from the ceiling.
Ouch. All right, and I put the food down. I go, you must always hungry.
Always. Bring me food. And you just see this massive hand kind of come out of the darkness towards you and scoop up what you put down in one thing, and you just and this very nasty chewing sound.
I put my hair back, you know.
What? Why are you singing?
Well, I'm not. Mrs. Big Lady, it would be honor to cook for you. And I bow and fart.
She chuckles very hardly. And again, little pebbles start falling from the ceiling as the room shakes. Firegrim and Roteleks, you're outside hearing this, and like you see the boxes shaking, dust falling from the ceiling and shit. Meanwhile, while this is happening, Firegrim, what are you doing?
I'm gonna let him take care of that. Ma'am. Madam. Woman.
Big Lady.
I hear that you like to burn things. Right?
I do.
Yes, you're the cook here, right?
I was.
Do you know the best way to burn this building to the ground?
Probably fire.
Yes, obviously. I'm very on board with that. I need to lower the magic barrier.
Can't do that. You burn from inside. Fire.
I'm also not opposed to that.
I help.
Would you help me burn?
She lifts her. I help. She lifts her hands, and you see they're bound by this rope that appears enchanted. Has kind of a bluish glow to it.
Can I Arcana check to see how well, or a way to get rid of the enchantment on it?
Yeah, so you're familiar with this. This is something a lot of people use on prisoners here when people who can cast magic. These are basically an enchanted. Okay. They have manacles that do the same thing. It's basically just intended to suppress magic.
So it's not a rope it's not bolstering the strength of the rope at all.
No, like you could
Okay.
probably with effort
I'm just gonna pull
untie
out
the
a
rope,
dagger
but she's
and cut
just
it.
been. Yeah, it is magic, so you can't just cut it. Magic
Okay.
items are indestructible, but it is untieable. It appears like it's just heavily wrapped, so she can't undo it herself.
Then I'll just start untying. Yeah.
Okay, she's kind of like in this cage too, kind of locked up. She holds it up to the door. Open the door.
As I'm standing there, I'm gonna holler back at one of the goblins, the goblin that opened the door. Where's the damn key?
You feel a cold metal key go in your hands. It appears like the other two goblins, even though they were told to go upstairs, have just been standing watching the exchange between Girthmog and Lucinda the giantess, with just like a shocked and terrified expression.
All right, let's get you out of here. And I'm gonna unlock
and
the door and open it.
As you kind of go to reach the key, and as he's handing it to you, you hear from upstairs. Well, if it ain't like we got a few wolves in our henhouse tonight. Y'all folks want to come up from my basement and say hello?
In a minute, I'm busy. Fuck you.
This is kind of important.
We'll see how important it is.
I'd like to ask the big lady, who's that?
Husband.
You like him?
He feed.
Not enough, I bet.
She just looks down at her massive girth. Could feed more.
Always feed more, right?
I like you.
Satisfied.
I like you, little man.
Everyone think, how can eat all that? Ridiculous question. Can always eat more.
Always room for more. Husband sound angry. You feel a love connection happening. You just hear that voice kind of yelling, I'm gonna have to start counting if y'all don't come up here.
Do you even know how to count? You don't sound like you do.
You'd be
You start
surprised.
with 1.
I was gonna count down from 5. Can any of you count that high?
Not Girthmog.
6.
Girthmog definitely can't.
4.
Guys, come here. Big lady. We'll cook forever. If you husband food.
Oh, Pog?
You want eat husband?
Yes.
Very good. Not
Yes.
first time. Very good.
Yummy.
Recommend. Wink.
Can't. I marry two strongest. He strongest. You stronger?
Well, if we
So
eat him,
much
we will be.
stronger. Yeah. Even stronger when we eat him.
You see her lean back.
So strong.
Prove it.
Okay, I pick up both of them and I'm losing them as dumbbells.
He tiny. He bones. Prove it. She points upstairs to where her husband is waiting for you.
Could not have picked two worse people.
I tried
I'm
to pick
gonna
her
walk
up.
back out.
You try to pick her up.
Okay, fine. Hold on.
Good try, little man. Prove you strong.
Whoop.
Her mind seems pretty made up.
I'm gonna walk back out and over to the goblin. We can burn this place down after I deal with dipshit.
You deal with that. I wait. I wait down
Probably
here.
for the best.
Safe down here. Wait down here. Let me out first.
Also, probably for the best.
Let me out first.
I open the door.
She immediately walks out and walks towards the three fucking goblins who have kept her chained up and in cage down here. Claps her hands together, rubs them, and there's unleashes like a cone of fucking flame towards the three of them. Yep. Where's my goblins? I don't have a commoner, so we're just gonna use these guys. Okay. One survives, unfortunately. Just based on damage output alone. The other two do not. So one goblin is left there just like horrifically burned and like, ah! While the other two are literally just left with like smoking stumps of feet while the rest of them has been mostly entirely incinerated to ash.
The one that's alive, I want to firebolt him.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a ranged attack. It hits. He's dead. You know, it's done. It's done. They don't have a lot of HP. They're common goblins, dude. That was enough to toast them. So as you like just let out this little bead of flame, it hits him and he immediately engulfs. He begins screaming and runs into the room where Lucinda the giantess has been having this conversation, illuminating the majestic form in front of you. Girthmog, you see a woman towering above you. Definitely of more than likely hill giant descent. Just massive woman, 2 arms coming out from this massive hulking torso and 2 legs with like stubby kneecaps in them, and she's just sat. Based on the look of her, you gather she probably hasn't got up and moved around in quite a while because she physically cannot. Like, you know when you said Jabba the Hutt? Bigger. Much bigger. This is like a god among giantesses.
Okay.
Stands easily 3 of you tall.
Okay, gotcha. No, I'm gonna run out to them.
Yep. As the goblin comes in, she just smashes it and the fire goes out, and she's once again returned to darkness. The visage of thine love having been presented in front of you.
Yeah, whip out the cleaver for you, my love.
I'll look to the goblin. I was gonna do that, but you know, I'll take the one.
I had a score to settle. Good luck.
Fair.
Roteleks looks over at a nearby mirror.
And then anyone that looks at Girth or anyone that looks at Firegrim.
Do you want to know how sad you made me just now, Roteleks?
Yeah, what's up?
You know when I asked you what your ideal love interest is?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And you were like, it's me?
Sure.
You literally just stole my joke.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That was my final punchline, and you just stole it from me.
I'm
And
sorry,
I
man.
fucking hate you for it. I'm just gonna skip ahead. Now, real quick, as he walks past the mirror, you look into it and see yourself, bony, glorious, skull, shining and new, bright, white, clean, no more rotting flesh, Roteleks in his perfect form. And you look, and you kind of just take a moment, and yeah, you just look at yourself, give yourself a little wink, if you had eyes or eyelids with which to wink, and just carry on about your day, realizing that the only person you need love from is you.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
True.
So anyone that currently looks at Firegrim's visage will notice his normal cloak that he wears is now very pointed in a certain lower area of the cloak.
Oh, you're propping it. Okay. Sparks notices. She looks down and she's like, oh. Good luck.
Yes. Good hiding. Then I fucking start heading upstairs, I guess.
You take your awkward boner upstairs. Enjoy. And as you finish this little exchange, you just hear, 1! Time's up!
Alright, we're coming. Calm down, you old coot.
Okay.
Time's up. Oh, I'm so cool.
Whoop. Okay. So. Objects and tokens. You guys can go ahead and drag your minis onto there. You guys all remember how to do that?
My mini's not where it should be.
What do you mean?
It's not in my journal.
There is no journal. What the fuck?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Where did my journal go?
There's a distinct lack of journal.
I'm making
mine
a
is the
I'm making a journal. I don't know where they went. That is, I don't have minis saved for any of you. Okay, so I'm gonna control your guys' minis for the duration of this game. Congratulations.
Hell yeah.
That sucks. They were in here. We've played on this.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. Okay. Let's go with Goliath, I guess. That works. I'm pretty sure that was the Girthmog mini anyway. Goblin. You're this guy now. Congrats. You're a lady goblin. Firegrim. Skeleton.
Lady Goblin, I love her first album.
Wow. No, you're not a skeletal dragon.
Yeah, that's me.
No, you're gonna be
That's how he
this
sees himself.
fugly ass skeleton. There you go. So you guys make your way up.
Ugly ass skeleton.
You
Why do I
guys,
got a club?
because that's just the fucking mini I found. Deal with it. We're making the best of a bad situation here. You guys make your way up the stairs, and you find now the room has been mostly not cleared out per se, but is awaiting your arrival. I'm just gonna adjust those. Actually, no, he's gonna chill right there. And you notice this weird dog-like creature has come outside as well. So, as the lot of you make your way up here, you see kind of just leaning on the railing, looking down at you, the smiling, yellowed teeth of Girthmog, the same half-orc you saw outside your establishment early this morning, stealing some of your wares. And there, sitting on a smaller kind of cauldron spit that has been erected in the middle of the room, kind of just eating off the flame from this other one kind of next to the large flame that the huge cauldron's under, you do recognize your stew pot.
Oh shit!
And he sees you.
Bonus action.
Nice of you all to swing in here today and pay me a visit.
Took you way too long to get here, by the way.
I had to make a couple
We
pit
went
stops.
here, we went back, then we came back again.
Well,
Yeah, I literally taught your brother how to, or I am currently teaching your brothers how to read.
yeah, the two
Or your
ogres
brother.
are like, oh, is that where he got off to? He was always the stupid one. You tried to
He said
teach
the
him
same
to
about
read.
you guys, which is rude,
Well,
to be frank.
He's the one who left his post, so he's probably the stupid one, if you ask me. And now
You guys know how to read?
the half-orc. Of course we do. Why do you think he got door duty?
That's probably for the best.
Spell ABBA.
A, B, A.
You are so wrong. There are two B's
In what world are there two B's?
in Sweden.
What's Sweden?
You'll find.
I hope not. Sounds stupid. Sounds like a place that doesn't exist here. And there's like creepy half-orc now. Like you're looking at like this thin mustache. We had to make a pit stop, you see, after we realized you had followed us. We swang back by your place, and well, let's just say you lot won't be opening for a long time.
That's all right.
Oh, you motherfuckers!
That's all right. You
What do you
see,
guys feel about this
Because-
space, anyways?
we're just gonna rename this one.
I'd like to see you try, boy.
Oh, we're going to try.
I know you're gonna try, and you're gonna die. You know why? He looks at Girthmog.
Bolt on him
Looks
as he's
like-
saying this.
Can I get my fucking punchline?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
one punchline out today, please.
I didn't realize. I'm sorry.
He looks at Girthmog. Your spices are as weak as you are, big man. And now you can cast your lightning.
Thank you.
Don't interrupt my monologue.
It wasn't on purpose.
Go ahead and cast the lightning spell on him. Thank you for the hydrate. Okay, so as you begin casting this spell, he just waves his hand. What level spell? Third level?
Fifth. It should have been fifth.
You casted it
Yeah.
third on the thing. If you
No, it
want.
It says
Cast
source
at
cast
fifth
at fifth
level.
level.
Oh,
Look,
oh
source
shit.
third
Okay.
level and then cast at fifth level.
I don't even think he'll be able to, but he doesn't know that. So, 1 second. I just need to look on the rules for counter spells. Of his casting spell, 4th level higher, make an ability check using spell casting ability, 10 plus the spell's level. So I have to beat a 15 with my spell casting ability, which is a +9. Okay. As you begin to cast, he just waves his hand and your spell fizzles out in your hands. And you don't manage to cast anything. Now we were having a conversation. That's not very nice of you, boy.
You're annoying. And I turn into him.
I dare say you've never looked better. You're a handsome devil, you. Shame I'm gonna have to cut that face off and hang it on my wall.
You know, the funny thing about that is you fucking wasted that. Don't you even know how to use magic? And I'm gonna wall of fire the entire stage.
Assuming he has one counter spell.
He has one reaction.
We're not in combat rounds, and it's every 6 seconds. I talked for more than 6 seconds.
I guess.
To be
I was
fair.
trying to do that before you said something, but yeah. I guess.
Sorry.
Your monologue cut me off, but that's cool.
I mean, he's gonna take it. Okay, so where are you casting Wall of Fire? He's actually not gonna waste the counterspell on it.
I'm covering as much of the stage as I can. Blocking them
can
in.
you link? Okay, so you're just gonna. What's the exact length of it? Out of curiosity.
Okay.
60
60 foot long, 20 foot high.
Holy fuck. Okay, so 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. You can't hit him, but you could block off both ogres, or you could hit him and the green ogre with the green tag and not the blue one. Your choice.
Let's hit. Can I make it a square from here, around this?
You want to do a
square?
rectangle around? Sure.
Or yeah, rectangle.
Where's my clear drawings button? Bam! So just around the boss man and the ogre tagged with green?
Yeah.
Got you. Yeah, I'll allow that. Boom. You make a rectangle of fire. Okay. So you just conjure this massive wall of flame. I believe...
didn't mean to roll that, but...
Oh, jeez. 26 fire damage. Look at that. What's the dex save? 16?
Yeah, should be.
Whoop. Slimbilly does not make it. Where's my...
But I don't know if he takes it this turn. That's why I didn't mean to roll that.
Oh, well, I mean, the damage kind of just carries over anyway. So, like, when you link it, it's just 26 on the first time he takes it, I guess. That's how I usually roll it. 26 is a pretty fucking good roll, too. The ogre is going to make it... He's even worse. Neither of them make the save, so I believe... It's on the first... Is it when they enter the space, or when the first turn that they're on for it? I don't use fucking wizards.
Fire damage. Each creature that ends its turn within 10 feet of the side that is putting out heat takes damage. Or when it starts... Or its first time on it.
Yeah, when the wall appears, each creature within its area must make a dex save and take 5d8 fire damage. Or half as much on a successful save. So they do take damage right off the bat. And then anyone who ends their turn within that rectangle will now take additional damage. So, the ogre, you did 26?
I'm gonna use my ability to make sure that all three of us are safe from that.
I figure you just put the hot side of the wall inward, because it like literally only heats up one side for some reason. I
also want to make us safe just in case Girthmog wants to go in there and smash.
Fair. Yeah, that's like, I suppose. Because that's like when you cast the spell, you can make people succeed on the save, correct? Because that's your...
The chosen creatures automatically succeed on the save, and they take no damage if they would have taken that.
Okay, so that would have happened on the turn you cast it, but if they go into the wall of fire after that, it's already cast. So I would probably rule that they'd still take damage from that. However, the ogre immediately, as the fire rips up around him, he's and just begins trying to stumble his way out of the wall of flame and starts like burning very quickly. He's not happy. He's still standing, obviously, but he is definitely seems to be unhappy with the amount of damage he's taken. That was almost half his HP in a single hit. Good job. As he kind of like, you see through the wall, his flesh has begun to melt off. There's burns that have just gone right down to the muscle. And then you see Slimbilly looking down at you, standing in your flames, arms crossed. And they're hurting him. You see like a little bit of blistering coming up on his cheek. You're gonna have to do better than that, boy.
Oh, just you wait. There's more.
I can't wait to see it. Tell me, is you resistant to this fire stuff as I am? And at that point, we're all going to roll initiative. Real quick, let me open the initiative tracker. Oh yeah, you guys are just going to have to roll it, and I'm going to have to add it because I forgot. You guys can't control it. I don't know why that happened, and I'm upset about it. That's okay.
Wait, is he resistant?
Seems like he's only taken about half the damage.
Because my elemental adept ignores resistance. It's my feat.
Okay. Fair, yeah. I'd say he takes the full damage then. It's kind of like a racial passive, or like more of a
It's the
special
feat
ability.
I
But
took.
yeah, I'll allow it.
Oh, okay.
So he seems to take the damage, but he does just stand in it. He doesn't seem to like actively react beyond that. It does take the full hit of the spell though. That's a good thing. You have that. Would have been very hard to kill him without it. So Slimbilly's initiative. Let's get him selected. Rolling 3. Oh, damn it. Ogre. Oh wait. No, I'm good. Ogre. Fucking D&D Beyond. Work. Yeah, we're good. Whoop. -1 initiative on the ogre. Fucking guy. Okay.
Love that for him.
Yeah. That's
Love the fact that they're all rolling really terribly, and somehow I'm still there.
So for the goblins, since they're kind of just like peon NPCs, they're just gonna have one initiative order between the lot of them. So I'm not gonna sit here and roll out a dozen. Wow, I rolled like shit on my initiative.
Damn.
So Girthmog, you rolled 12?
Yep.
Can I
Nice.
click on mine?
No. You might be able to, but I don't think it would transfer your roll through.
13.
13 for Firegrim. Roteleks, what about you? It was up there, wasn't it? 6. Okay, we need some combat music. Let's go. That'll work. Okay, I think that's everybody. That descending, starting at the top, we have our lovely friend the Knoll. So you guys recognize this hyena-like creature, the hyena chef, or sous chef. Really, is the one who handles all the kitchen cooking. While it seems like the big guy up, or the boss, is out here managing the stew. He immediately has a. He's going to use his sudden rush ability. So until the end of his turn, he gets 60 feet of movement and does not provoke opportunity attacks. And he's immediately just going to begin making his way towards y'all. Actually, that's an action too. I'm not going to do that. I lied to you guys. I'm sorry. Moving back 30 more feet. Yoink. He's going to slowly start walking. He's not actively like attacking you guys yet. He's just kind of readying his weapons. Looks like he's got a short sword and then just some claws and some sharp teeth, but he's kind of just approaching you guys. Yeah, that'll be it for him. He's not quite, like, you can see him through the slats in the stairs, kind of, because he's not quite 10 feet tall, so you wouldn't see him above that, but yeah. Next up, Firegrim. You're next in the initiative order. You see this kind of hyena-like creature begin making its way towards you with a sword in its hand, or, let's be honest, it's a large cleaver, but we're giving it short sword stats for today.
Alright.
What would you like to do, my friend?
So with that, I think the most Firegrim thing he can do is to cast Fireball.
Let's go.
If he can. Towards, like, the pot to, I guess, hit as many people in the area as they can.
Okay.
If he can see the pot. If not, he would probably move to a position where he can see the pot to hit as many people as he can with this radius.
Sounds good.
Making sure that Girthmog and Roteleks are safe. Or,
Okay, so you're casting a fireball. Are you trying to hit the boss with it, or are you just trying to hit... it would hit all three, wouldn't it?
I want to hit the boss and as many others as I can.
Okay, well, he has his reaction back, so as he sees you casting another spell and sees fire beginning to manifest in your hands, he's immediately starting to worry about his guys. He's going to, again, cast his counterspell reaction on that, using another one of his spell slots.
Yes, burn through them.
What level was Fireball? Fifth?
I was casting it at 3rd.
Okay, third. Okay, third level. I don't even think that's a save. Nope.
No, it's not.
So it just fizzles out in your hands, and you look, it's the fireball. He just smiles. Good try. You can
I'm
do
gonna smile
better.
back. Oh yes, yes I can.
I'm looking forward to seeing it, little man.
Not so fun, is it?
I'm doing all right. Okay, next up. Firegrim, are you going to move or anything else on your turn?
I guess just get closer to the corner.
Okay. Yeah, you can kind of move around the tables. Climbing over them adds an extra 5 feet of movement to your stuff, but for the most part, you can maneuver around them fairly easily. So let's move you over there. Next up, Girthmog. You're next in the initiative. Wow, you guys did really good.
Okay, is purple I assume the first guy I see?
Yeah, so you see this little goblin over here, and then standing about 10, 15-ish feet above you. About 10, you see Slimbilly just looking down at you, smiling through this wall of flame that he's currently just standing in.
Just standing in it.
Yeah, he's burning. You like actively see his flesh burning and blisters forming and literally.
But no
popping.
reaction, no screams.
He's just.
That's insane. Okay.
Nuts.
All right. I am going.
Would
to...
he also know that his resistance isn't working for some reason?
He definitely would feel the full burn of the fire. Like he figured out pretty quick his natural resistance to the shit is not working. He's just putting on a sign of strength, as far as you can tell.
Yeah.
Trying not to react to it. What are you doing, Girthmog?
I am going to bonus action rage.
Nice.
I'm mad about my soup.
Yeah, he stole your soup.
And we're running for purple.
Okay, we're just gonna fucking destroy the goblins first. I love it. So these are like the wait staff, basically. They're like carrying like small daggers and like carving utensils to do like tableside meat carving type shit.
Not for long.
And you just begin thundering towards, and this goblin just looks up at you. What are you gonna do?
Cleaver. I get +3 damage if hits.
Yeah, because you're raging.
Right.
Ooh, 27 to hit. That hits.
And this is without +3.
9 plus 3 is 12. You need 12 points slashing damage. You just step forward and just carve down into him with this massive two-handed meat cleaver that you use to just bait. It's almost like a cattle splitter, basically. Like it's pretty fucking hefty. 9 damage. He's alive? No, 12. 12 damage. He's not alive. So you step forward and just cleave him right down the middle in half, and you see like the top half of this goblin just kind of float up onto the table, splat as like just organs and blood begin pouring out from the wound you left, and the legs just kind of thunk onto the floor backwards. These guys are not strong. These are minimum wage workers. This is low skilled labor force. Let's go.
Firegrim hollers out to Girthmog. Yes, we need more ingredients. Get them all.
Nice. You see some of the other goblins like, what else would you like to do if you have anything left to do on your turn?
That's it for me.
Yeah, you do have multi-attack, I believe, but I don't think anyone is within range. So, next up is the goblins. This guy is fucking dead. Where are my goblins? Here's my goblins. 30 feet. They're like looking around, hesitating. You see, fucking Slimbilly. Do not make me tell you twice to get in there now. It will not end well for you. And the two of these guys are just gonna charge at fucking 30 feet. That was cool. I could do both at the same time. And they're both just gonna run at you, Girthmog, with these little carving knives out. Just start trying to stab into your shins and your calves. Basically. There's one. This is nat 1 to hit. So he just comes up and slams this like steak knife into the back of your calf, which is solid, rock hard muscle, just underneath a layer of fat, basically. And the knife like sticks in and just ting, breaks off at the handle. Shit! Next up, the other guy's gonna make an attack against you too. You just 18. Does 18 hit you?
Yes, it does.
Nice! You take 4 points of piercing damage as this little carving knife just stabs into your fucking calves. You see a little trickle of blood start rushing out. And then you hear shouting from downstairs, "Feed me!"
Hold on, lady.
Wife's getting a little hungry.
This dude's just gonna fucking send it around the table and go to here. He's just gonna grab one of the carving knives in his belt and just try to huck it at Girthmog. You're really the only one he can see. 23 to hit you. That does hit too. You take another 4 points of piercing damage as this little like carving knife just kind of right into your ribs. You just.
You're raging.
Aren't you raging? You
Yeah, so it would be half. You take 2 damage from each of those attacks. So you take 4 total for this round of combat.
Okay.
Good to remember. Thank you. I don't have a rage icon. I think that's it for goblins. Yep, that'll do it. Next up, we have Slimbilly, who is going to just casually step out of the wall of flame, which now obscures your vision from him, which is nice. He's going to back up. Over
doesn't
here.
he take damage passing through it?
I think it's only when he ends his turn.
I feel like
Ends its turn within 10 feet. A creature takes the same damage when it enters the wall for the first time or ends its turn there. The other side of the wall deals no damage. So no, Just the one. He took the 5d8 right off the tart. So he, as soon as his turn starts, he just jumps out of the fire, realizing that his resistance is not working nearly as well as he had hoped. And he sees... the wall of fire is 20 feet high, so he wouldn't even really see Girthmog. How far did he move, just out of curiosity? Boy.
But you said you don't take damage moving through
It says a creature takes the same damage when it enters the wall for the first time on a turn.
Yeah. It was already in the wall, though. Because it took the damage. It's not entering it for the first time. It already entered it. We did the damage on the turn that you summoned the spell.
He walked through it on the first time is what I was curious about.
No, he was just in it when you cast it. So he takes the initial damage and then moves out. It's only if he ends his turn at that point. At least that's my understanding of it.
That was off a different turn, though, right?
That was you cast it before combat started. So technically, yes.
So would you take it again?
No, because he didn't end his turn within 10 feet of your wall. That's what the spell states. If they end within 10 feet, then they do. Sorry, it's just how it's written. Yep. Yeah, no, that's it. He's going to... Fuck it. Fight some fire with fire. He just claps his hands together, and you see him just kind of summon a very similar shaped fireball to the one that Firegrim cast, and he's just going to very nonchalantly huck it to this side of the room. I need Girthmog and the two goblins to take a dexterity saving throw for me, please. It will not hit Firegrim because he doesn't exactly know where you are, so he's just kind of lobbing one in that direction. Goblins dex save. Doesn't matter anyway, they're dead. Firegrim, what'd you roll? Or Girthmog, what'd you roll?
Oh, you said dex? You said me too?
Yeah, dexterity saving throw from you. Ooh, you take the full damage. I love it. I love it. I need to pull up my fireball spell. Woo.
Do you take full damage on rage?
Yeah, rage is only for physical damage. So psychic, fire, any of that shit. Though you could argue that burning someone is a pretty physical damage effect, but technically speaking.
All good.
So, it's 8d6 fire damage.
Good.
4.
17.
31, right? Yeah. You take 31 points of fire damage from this as just this massive ball of flame erupts, destroying the table behind you and leaving it in cinders. The two goblins with which you were engaged in combat are completely incinerated, leaving you just standing there, riling from it, covered in blisters and heavily burned. That, I think he's gonna... Yeah, I think that's gonna be it for him. Yep. You just hear him yelling, "It's time to work, boys! Let's get to it!" Next up is gonna be this big-ass fucking dude, who is also going to leave the range now. Go. Yank. And he's gonna move through and just come to you, Girthmog. You're just met by this massive form of an ogre beginning to just pace its way towards you, ogre. And it is going to just raise a club into the sky and try to slam it right down on you. Yoink. That's a 21 to hit you.
That hits.
Take 13 points of bludgeoning damage. We round up on the half, so it'll be 7 points with your rage. So that's good. As this great club just comes right down onto your collarbone, you feel something almost give and almost snap, but you just shrug it off and manage to recover. Roteleks, you're up.
Cool. Epic. Can I see this fella?
He's pretty tall. He's considered a large creature. The wall's 20 feet. I would say roll me a perception check. That's probably the fairest way I can think to do it. Roll me a free perception check. Because you're trying to see this guy through a wall of roaring flame. Over 10 will do it. So you can see him. If you're going to try to ranged attack, might be at disadvantage.
Well, I am going to try to cast Crown of Madness on him.
Totally fine. Go ahead and link that in the chat.
Did that link it?
It did. Oh, there we go. Shit. DC 17 Wisdom. That's a -2 Wisdom.
Yeah, I was hoping that would be the case.
I rolled a 10. Okay, so he's charmed by the duration. Okay, as you cast it, you see this twisted crown of jagged iron spikes appear on its head, and its eyes just begin to kind of glow this color, and you see all sense just leave this creature's face. Must use its action before moving each turn to make a melee attack against a creature other than itself that you mentally choose. Okay, can act normally on its turn if you choose no creature or if no one are within its reach. Okay, so you have to choose at the start of its turn to smack it, and then use your action to keep maintaining it. Okay, cool. Yeah, so your spell takes effect. This creature is now entirely beholden to you.
Perfect. I want him to try to attack the big this guy.
Oh, okay. Yep, absolutely. He just turns. Wait, hold up.
I think it's on his turn.
Yeah, you have to command him on his turn for that too. And it's must use its action before moving on each of its turn to make a melee attack against a creature other than... Okay, so at before it moves, you have to make that call. It is not currently in range of that guy. I can tell you that right now. So he won't be able to do that his next turn. I don't really understand that. So he has to do it before he... Yeah, I know. Farm target must use its action before moving on each of its turn to make a melee attack. So it has to attack before it can move anywhere.
And then it will just stop working if he doesn't... If none's in his reach?
I guess.
Oh, that's such shit.
I'll let you take that. I'll let you fucking negate that if you want. Just based on the casting of it, for sure.
I'd appreciate that.
That's weird.
I don't know why that's the case. I would assume it could
Yeah, it can act normally. Yeah, it just says before it moving. It's really weird.
Yeah.
It's a very rules fucking driven moment in the session. Yeah, so I'll let you redo that action if you want to, because yeah, that's not working out the way you planned.
Yeah, okay, I will do that then. I will fucking run. If I'm... Can I see this guy? I probably can't, right?
With your perception check, yeah, you're good.
Okay.
You see him through gaps in the flame, so if you do a ranged attack, it'll be at disadvantage, but...
That's fine.
Also, pretty sure the wall of flame will like burn any arrows that pass through it if memory serves.
That's fine. I've got a witch bolt.
That'll do it. Yep.
Yeah. So I wanna cast that, and I would use it at level 4, and then cast with
juicy
twin spell.
Oh, you're using a sorcery point too. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And I want that to go against this guy and that guy.
Okay, so 20. Damn. Okay, so you just begin rubbing your bone hands together. How does your spell manifest exactly? Your double lightning bolts. What does that casting look like?
So it's very simple. He just kind of raises his hand like he's, asking for the power.
Mm-hmm.
And suddenly they just manifest seemingly from above and just smash down on top of them.
Sweet. They both take 20. It hits both of them. So it hit the boss and the ogre in blue, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They both take 21 points of lightning damage. First hit on that one big ogre. He takes it. He kind of shrugs it off, but you see like this dark singe mark on his shoulder, and he's looking unhappy. Meanwhile, the boss man he's now been hit with a fireball, a wall of fire, and a lightning bolt. He's not looking super great. Not yet bloodied or anything, but he's now suffered a few wounds, starting to get a little manic.
He countered the...
He did counter the fireball, that's true.
That.
Yeah. Still took
sure
a decent chunk of damage. No, I just elaborating.
Wanted to make sure you didn't
yeah, you're good.
damage him.
Nope, you're fine. He does take that, and he just kind of like, now we got a few capable folks in your group, don't we? Y'all make a nice stew. Okay.
Yeah, you're going to as well.
Well, you know what they say about great minds thinking alike. And he's going to... Who's up next? Ogre boy. Ogre guy is just gonna fucking begin pummeling his way through his crew here. Making his way. He only has 30 feet. I know he has 40 feet. So he can make it to the table. Cool. He's gonna use his action to dash and just run around here and figure out what he's gonna do. So he's figuring out if he's gonna go for Girthmog, and now he sees the two of you in the corner. You can kind of see him eyeing you guys up and just readying his club in his hands, and not sure what he's gonna do next round of combat. Next up, we have the Knoll. who's being pinched off by the wall of flame, is going to move his... Hold up. Yep, he's going to move to there and just doesn't have shit. Fuck, I hate people not using ranged. Okay, he's gonna use. Doesn't have range attack. He's going to use his action to move his full 60 feet and just come up there. Girthmog, you got a wall of people in front of you at this point. You're kind of like holding the line against all these individuals. Firegrim, you're up. What's up?
I completely forgot to tell you. There's still like a line, like a
Oh,
tether.
Yeah. I'm
of
familiar with
electricity.
Witch Bolt. Yeah, you can zap them with it on subsequent turns.
All right. So, seeing both the ogres now over here,
Yeah, one severely burned.
Firegrim is going to drop the wall.
Okay.
And when he drops the wall, I assume he notices everybody else.
Yeah, so
Like,
you
wow,
see
that
this.
didn't fucking work for long.
You see this massive crowd gathered around Girthmog. You see the ogre burnt. You see it's kind of tricky because you're quite short and he's on top of a tall platform, but you can just see the little bit of Slimbilly's kind of face popping up, looking down at you and smiling, that twisted yellow-toothed manic smile he has. What are you doing?
Okay. That's a good question. I can see him, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you could definitely cast it. If you were doing, like,
All right.
probably be at about half cover, I'd say. Doesn't matter.
I'm the boss man.
Okay, wisdom 16. Okay, one sec. Yeah, he only has like a couple more counter spells left. I don't know if I want to waste them all. Yeah. No, he'll take it. So DC 16 wisdom save. 14 doesn't make it. So he just freezes in
He
place.
stops.
You just see
I'm
that
gonna look at
twisted.
him. You stay there. We'll deal with you in a minute.
You hear him just trying to talk through a mouth and vocal cords that won't move. It's just the sound of shrill air rushing through his airways. He seems just stuck fast. I do believe he gets to save against that on subsequent turns,
Yep.
or is that just
Yep.
okay? Cool. Shit.
Pretty sure.
I believe so. Link it in chat just in case, so we know. I need to play more
At the end of
casters.
each of its turn, target
Yeah.
can make another wisdom save.
I thought so, but he's just held in place right now. You see a knife, kind of like he was reaching for a chef's knife on his belt. That'll be your turn. You moving?
Yep. I'm gonna move back to the corner next to the Roteleks.
Okay.
Roteleks.
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 Sounds like a
Sang it like a
knockoff
Rolex.
Rolex. Yeah. Sounds
Yeah,
like a
that's
knockoff
what-
Rolex. Roteleks. Okay.
That's what went through
Get it
my
now
head.
from your local Walgreens.
Girthmog, you're up as these two massive ogres are now just hulking over you, and this very canine-like hyena creature is just mashing its teeth towards you, ready to bite and take a chunk right out of you. What are you doing?
I'm gonna swing
That hurt
for.
my tooth a little bit. Ow.
I'll swing for red since he's directly in front of me.
Yeah, sure, go for it. Yeah, he's quite a bit smaller too. So this kind of like hyena-like bipedal humanoid. Go ahead and make your attack roll.
Alright.
That hits. 12 points of slashing damage. Okay. You just deliver the cut right down. He's not wearing much armor. He's got like a little bit of a kind of a leather apron on over his chef stuff. Doesn't offer much protection.
Does that
You're
include your +3?
15 damage with your +3 on there because of your rage.
Yeah, I don't know how. Is there a way to include that?
I don't think there's
funny
any
and-
Do it that way.
That'll
There we go.
that'll do it. No, that was a
Alright.
D20 +3.
There you
Yeah.
That doesn't work. See, the weird thing is in chat with the purple dice roll box, it doesn't do it right. There's another setting that I haven't found that has a completely different layout. It just has +3 written next to it on every rage attack.
Interesting.
Works in every other campaign except this one. I don't know why.
Oh well. Well, we'll just.
Anyhow,
I mean, it's whatever.
so 15 points of damage as you just slash down into the knoll with your cleaver. It gets down right into the collarbone again. Not far enough to hit the heart and fatally wound this creature, but like if not tended to, that wound will bleed out. And he is just barely standing at this point, bleeding heavily. Probably be dead pretty soon. Doesn't look like he can take any more big hits like that.
That's it for me.
Are you multi-attack?
I think I have to kill him, don't I?
I feel like a barbarian at level 10 has multi-attack.
Oh, I have great weapon master attack. That's what I was thinking of.
I feel like you have a second attack. I could be wrong. I'm gonna check.
I'm pretty sure they
I'm 100% certain it's
Yeah,
a
I
melee
Be
class.
cracy if an
Yeah, that would
artificer
be-
got a multi-attack.
extra
or a
attack at
barbarian
level
didn't.
5. Yeah,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Where do you see that? Where would that show up?
There
So
should
in
be,
your
like-
actions, it should say attacks per action 2. Somewhere.
Yes, it does. Okay, cool.
Okay, make another attack then. Are you gonna
Alright.
finish off the knoll? Or are you gonna go for someone else? What's the
Same
plan?
guy.
Jesus, the poor man.
So 16.
Yeah, that did it. As this chef-like creature, you gather he has a bit of experience fighting. He's kind of gnashing his way towards you. You take the cleaver and just horizontally swing it right in between his teeth and cut his head like halfway off at the snout, and the top half just onto the ground,
Okay.
and the body just
Since
collapses.
he
dead.
died,
Yep.
can I use great weapon master attack for my bonus action?
You certainly fucking can.
We'll go for green. Now this is just the one, right? You don't
Yeah,
multi-attack.
you get
on this.
one. Yeah, you get one on that as a
Alright.
freebie.
All right, this is green.
Okay, 29 hits. Barbarian
19.
was told to
19.
prove his strength, and he is doing that. 19 on green with the fire damage he already suffered. It's gonna be close. It's gonna be close. He's still up, just barely. So like you slice through burned flesh, and it kind of opens and begins leaking out all of his blood. You see a little bit of organs kind of poking out, and he just puts his hand over it, and he's still holding his club in the other hand. But like you see the light just beginning to leave his eyes. He's having trouble focusing a bit. He's not long for this world by the appearance. Still standing though. Still got one more round. He's planning to go out with a fight, it seems. Is that it for you?
That is it.
Okay. Next you hear the shrill, fucking twangy voice of Slimbilly. Now don't you fools fuck this up for me! He is going to step forward a little bit.
He's hold person.
Oh, that's true. You can't even talk. So you hear through his mashing teeth, and he's gonna make a save. Bam! He succeeds. So he just shakes it off. I didn't like that very much at all. Time to stop playing. And he's just you see him just like ready to go. Next up is the ogre, who is just barely hanging on at this point. Just struggling. He's gonna take just a step towards you, Girthmog, and he's flanking, so he's gonna get advantage on the strike. He's gonna ignore the damage. So 23. That's 23 to hit you. I believe that hits. You take 13 points of bludgeoning damage, halved. We round up, so 7. You take 7 points of bludgeoning damage due to your rage, as the club just once again onto the collarbone. He's just trying to focus the same spot as he's holding his wound closed and just swinging at you frantically. They only get one attack. Lucky for you. At the end of his round, now newly invigorated and no longer held, Slimbilly is going to use one of his legendary actions. So, he kind of just like, I'm going to have some fun with this. And he's going to cast... I don't want to waste a can. No, I'm going to send a spell on this one. What's the range to Girthmog? Yoink.
Everyone's picking on me.
I'm sorry. There's a funky spell that I've never used. I just want to make sure I get it right.
Funker spell, funker spell.
That's not the one. Okay. Alrighty. So, based on where he's standing, since he can't move, he's not really able to see you two. It's really just Girthmog at this point. I'm sorry to keep picking on you.
Okay.
I'm just like, logically, he can't see them. They're about 15 feet below, standing at the edge of a thingy. So, he is going to cast a Scorching Rays at you.
Nice.
Yep. That's 3 ranged attacks. We're adding 9 to all of these rolls, I believe. There's a lot of shit going on here. Yoink. It is 9, so whoop. First one misses. He rolls a 3. What's your AC?
15.
Okay, second one hits, and third one hits. So as he casts these 3 rays, just all explode out of his hands. The first one you, and then the next one just right in the chest as these 2 rays just explode. You take, yoink, 2d6, so 4d6 fire damage total. Whoop. 16 points of fire damage to Girthmog, and you just hear him, "I'm gonna cook you alive, boy!"
You're doing a good job. Ouch.
Roteleks, you're up, buddy.
Okay. Well, what I will do. You said we can see him, so
Yeah, you guys, the boss.
yeah.
You're it's a maybe for him, but yeah, you can kind of. Firegrim definitely can't.
Okay. Well, I want to cast another lightning bolt at him.
He does still have the tether attached to him, correct?
He does. Does it do? Since I cast it at 4th spell or at 4th level, does the damage that it does on subsequent attacks also equal a 4th level damage?
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, okay. Sick. Yeah. So I'll just roll 1d12 or whatever the fucking spell.
Yeah, go
damage
for
is
it. Go ahead and just roll that
on
shit.
both the guys that it's attached to.
So blue and boss. Cool, got it. Go ahead and roll your damage as you just kind of reinvigorate the lightning. Fancy buddy would like this guy. And you just kind of see another bright flash of blue as the lightning bolts that are kind of connected by your hands to these individuals. 30. Holy shit.
Jeez.
Okay,
That's
so
That's a lot.
the ogre we have tagged with blue as the lightning bolt just as it flexes out. You see him tense like someone just got tasered, and then just begins shaking. And as he's shaking, you see steam start coming from his ears and his mouth, and then his eyes just pop in his skull, and he collapses to the ground, just twitching a little bit as the lightning kind of courses over his now mangled eyeless corpse. The boss man still seems to be standing. Okay. He definitely took the hit. He's not fucking happy about it, but he's not ready to go down yet. This guy has a pretty sizable amount of HP. He may be a scrawny little fucker, but he's got some constitution to him. Okay, after your turn, he doesn't have any more legendary action. But we are at the top of the initiative round, which means it is time for me to bring the lair actions into play. So, as the round begins to see, you just see Slimbilly just reach into his pocket and just throw a little seasoning into the pot, and it begins bubbling and broiling. And you see this putrid looking green smoke come in and just begin kind of wafting around in an area of about 30 feet this way of the cauldron, covering only the ground level. So he's standing above it high, and it's because of its density it falls lower. So anyone within 30 feet just misses. Girthmog is lucky. But it hits Roteleks and Firegrim as well, as this entire smoke just broils out and then settles to the floor level, being that it's much, much denser than air, so it just sinks. I need everyone to make me a Constitution saving throw, please. Roteleks is a 10, Girthmog is a 22. Girthmog, you're fine, actually, oddly enough, the way that worked out. Both of you fail. Oh. Okay, so both of you are going to suffer 3d6 poison damage. 3d6 poison damage. 7. You both take 7 points poison damage, and you're going to spend the entirety of your next turn hacking, coughing, and wheezing on this putrid green smoke that has just been broiling out of this cauldron. So you guys effectively are going to be skipping your next turn. And you're effectively stunned by this noxious gray liquid. Firegrim, your turn is skipped. You are able to act on your next turn, but you're just standing there just coughing on this putrid green smoke. Girthmog, you see your two companions just shrouded in this green stuff. It's kind of settled around your feet, but it isn't really licking up high enough to cause you any issue. And they seem to be struggling with it. Oh, and this goblin just fucking dies. Or not. Select it and die. It seems...
fucking goblins, bro.
Yeah, they're disposable labor, dude. I don't know what you want from me. Ogre is probably gonna make it. He makes it, so he seems fine. Doesn't take any damage and is not spending his turn coughing. So, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna take out the ogre.
Okay, go ahead
I was
and
trying
make
to-
your attacks. You get 2, and if you kill him, you get a 3rd. 27 hits. 12 points of damage. Go ahead and describe your kill on this ogre for me.
Groin shot.
Oh, okay. So you
I
bring
went
the...
uppercut, groin shot, and I try to lift him.
Okay, you swing the cleaver around, it hits the stone floor, and you drag it. You guys see sparks kicking up from the steel as it drags across the stone and just right up into the groin, and you just lift and put all your weight under it and try to pry it up. His feet aren't leaving the ground, but your cleaver is just moving out and just rips out a giant pile of, like, viscera.
Even I'm like kind of squirming at the thought of that.
Yeah, I had we all didn't know, every single person at the table just readjusts how they're sitting a little bit. Yeah. Ooh, mama. Okay. Sick. You do still have movement and an
Right.
attack. So
Where I would like to run back and pull them out.
of the smoke.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I can.
It
I
ends.
can reach.
Yep. It ends 30 feet from the cauldron. So basically,
Cool.
you see the smoke dissipate in these line of 4 squares. Anything to the right of that will be fine.
Yeah, I guess just
You do gather, just looking at it now, though, you see it's already begun to clear out, and it doesn't
Okay.
seem like it's going to last for more than 1 turn.
but I can't run. Well, I guess I could go. Who's this guy? Can you
Shoot
see
me.
me clicking this?
It's your movement speed. I feel like as a barbarian at level 10, you're kind of quick.
I feel like I should move faster when I'm raging.
I think he has a 40-foot.
I think, yeah, I could be wrong. I don't play barbarians a lot. Fighter's my main fucking melee class. This is the fun of new players all playing level 10 characters that have leveled up 3 times in the last 3 games we've played.
There haven't been many games where I've honestly been level 10 or higher than, because fucking they
Yeah, like-
all always fizzled out or something.
With 40 feet,
At
you can
5th
get
level,
to the...
you get 10 feet. of
Yeah, so
extra
you have
movement.
40 feet total movement right now.
I'm gonna be so mad if I don't get to cast a level 5 spell. I've never casted a level 5 spell. I've never been in a character.
Looks like
that I've cast a level 5 spell.
Slim Billy is still standing pretty well.
I'm just upset that the first one fizzled out.
I'm sorry.
If that's the case, I'll run for this guy.
Okay, so 40 feet, you can either get right to the bottom of that set of stairs, or you can... I mean, if you want to jump over the cauldron, you could make that run.
I keep making
You could-
circles.
You could do that.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, you're fine. So 40 feet will get you either there, right down there. You can go there, or if you
The
want to
base.
risk jumping over the cauldron, I will let you do that if you make an athletics check.
Dude, absolutely.
Okay, we're gonna rule a pool. Go ahead, roll me an athletics check to just... You're running up a flight of stairs, jumping over a 10-foot high cauldron. Go ahead and roll me athletics, please.
Bring a fucking hatchet down.
Yeah, basically. 20. That's more than enough. Okay, you run, and you just, like, yeet yourself into the sky, and as you're just, like, readying your fucking cleaver, you haven't landed yet. We're ending your turn, and you're still partially midair. Your foot's just about to hit the ground, for coolness sakes. Okay, so that'll be your turn. Oh, you do still have another attack.
Technically, I can.
Yeah, you actually only attacked once, so if you want to do a flying leap attack onto this dude, you can.
I would actually like to start with the great weapon attack.
Yeah,
Don't
you
have
did.
to use that
Yep,
right
you-
away after the kill.
I'll allow it within the same round. It does not bother me.
Okay.
We need to give Roteleks his level 5 spell. 18 does not hit him, I don't believe.
And then 17 won't.
1 second.
Whoa. He was ready for my cool moves.
Okay, so the 18 will hit him. So you do
okay.
13 points plus 3, so 16 points of bludgeoning. He has an 18 AC with his armor and ring of protection on. So you do 13 plus 3, 16 points. He's now just taken a few wounds. He's bloodied at this point. He's definitely lost more than half of his will to live, in a matter of speaking. That gonna be your turn?
Yes.
Okay. He's now standing toe-to-toe with you. I was really hoping you'd be foolish enough to get close to me. And he's going to...
I am.
He's going to use his bonus action, Spit of Spice. as he just spits this nasty orange-colored loogie of like hot sauce-flavored spit straight towards your face. It's almost like pepper spray. It hits you in the eyes. I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw of 16, please. You fail.
I drink it.
You take You take 7 points of spicy damage. So just 7, we'll say 7 points of damage. I'll say that is halved by rage because it is a physical damage.
Okay.
So round it up, you taking 4. And you are now blinded for a minute. You suffer
Holy
the blinded condition for a minute as this hot sauce just fills your eyes. You feel it burning. You're trying to like scrape it out as this guy's loogie has just essentially filled your eyes. He gave you that Jurassic Park treatment thing. You know what I mean? Know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Dilophosaurus to you. Then, because you're blinded, real quick, I'm gonna look that up. I just want to make sure I have all the. This is a lot of shit going on.
I believe
in
it's
this fucking game.
advantage.
I think it's advantage, but it's been a minute. Automatically fails any ability check that requires sight. Attack rolls against creature have advantage, and creatures' attack rolls have disadvantage. Okay. So.
I look back and go, don't worry, guys, I have dark vision.
That was good. That was real good. Yeah, okay. So, fuck. I don't know what I want to do. Do a lot of fun things right now. Fuck it. He's going to just pull out. You see him this whole time he's been casting. He's been using his spatula as spell casting focus, and it's just glowing red hot as he's been casting with it. He does have a chef knife in his hand. But he's going to step up and just smack you with the spatula, like right across the face. He's going to step in for it. He rolls a 10 to hit. So he unfortunately...
He has advantage.
He does have advantage. 24.
Sorry.
It's fine. Lucky for you, I'm going to go with the second damage. So, you take 6 bludgeoning damage, half to 3, plus 3 fire damage. So you take 6 total damage from that. And then, because he gets a bonus to fire abilities, because of his can't take the heat special ability, you take an additional 8 points of fire damage, as it seems all fire attacks this individual makes, spells or otherwise, seem to be boosted somehow.
Dude, I'm hurting.
Yeah, you just... and you feel this red-hot spatula slap you across the face and leave like a kind of a waffle pattern.
Well, you suck.
You don't even know what hits you, too. You're blind. You just feel something red-hot slap you across the face. Next up, Roteleks, you see Girthmog up there, just taking fucking licks. You see spit get blown into his face, get smacked across the face with a red-hot spatula. Oh, wait. Hold up. He gets 2 attacks per round, and since he was at advantage, he gets another attack. I'm sorry about this. He rolls an 11, though, so it doesn't hit you. This time, as you hear the spatula, like, whistling through the air, as air passes through the little holes in it, you just put your hand up, boom, block it at the handle. It doesn't manage to hit you.
Senses are kicking in.
Yeah, they're starting to heighten, you see.
Becoming a daredevil.
Roteleks. Fat daredevil. I love it. Roteleks, what are you doing, buddy?
So what can I do?
You can, at this point, it's going to be hard to see this individual because there's just the hulking form of Girthmog now obscuring your vision.
But I can cast spells?
Yeah. If it's not like a ranged attack one, definitely. If it's just involved seeing the target, you're good.
I would like to be here. Wait.
Okay,
no.
30. You got 30,
There.
right? Okay. You kind of, I'll allow it. You kind of got to shimmy over the stairs a little bit, but it's fine. Go ahead.
Okay, so what I want to cast is, well, first I have a quick question. Those barrels behind him,
Yeah.
would those count as medium objects? Because they're 5 foot?
Sure. Yeah.
And
Like, they're
you-
actually probably not even 5 foot wide. They're just,
Sure.
they're
You
barrels.
classify the
Yeah, that would be-
cauldron as huge, potentially, right? Because it's taking up
Yeah.
such a large
Yeah,
area.
probably huge. Why? What's up?
I would like to cast animate objects. And basically what that's going to do is, have you ever seen Alexander the Warrior Jar?
Yeah, I'm really, really sorry about this, but as you step forward and begin casting a spell at him, I'm sorry, it's his last one. I have to.
It's level 5.
I know, he's got to roll. He's got to roll a +9.
Please don't
He succeeds. I'm sorry, dude. Don't leave.
No, come back.
As you step forward, you're so ready to cast the spell, and you just like and launch your hands at him and begin trying to animate these objects, and he just snaps his fingers, and your spell fizzles out in your hand. I'm sorry.
You're doing this for a reason.
You did good. You burned all his counter spells, dude.
I promise you're doing this for a reason, buddy.
Why does it still hurt?
I'm sorry, Wraith. Wraith comes in with the raid of 13. What's up, Wraith? Well, thank you so much for the raid.
Let's go.
There you go. There's a shout out for you. I'm sorry, I just crushed Hellscorp's dreams and you missed
Look,
it.
you walked so I could run. Hell.
Yeah, dude.
I had
need
one
you to
5th
know
level
this.
spell slot left. He burned both my 5th level spell slots. Just want to point
Technically,
that out.
he still has higher level slots. He could cast counterspell at too, but
That's
that was
fantastic for him.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have to play him like he's smart. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's great.
Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's my fucking thing.
Okay. He's gonna use his legendary action as your turn comes to an end. He didn't. He just was legendary.
He just smacks fucking.
Wait, can I hold on?
Yeah. What's up? What's up? The adventure's going really good. We've had a few This is the first time I've ever used counterspell in a fight, guys, and I am erect. This is great. I've never been so happy in my life.
I thought about taking counterspell.
So,
You should have, motherfucker! Joke's on you!
And I would have counterspelled every single counterspell.
Yeah, I know you would have.
7 sorcery points. I get a 5th level spell slot back.
Yeah, technically.
Can I use those before my my turn ends?
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to cast another spell this round, but
No,
yeah,
I know, but could I get my spell slot back?
Fuck it.
Maybe. I'm gonna try it again, guys.
You know what? I don't know that rule, so I'm just gonna say yes and fuck it if
I
not.
believe it's a bonus action to use your spell slots to spell
I'm
points or
looking.
whatever.
There you go.
Flexible casting, creating spell slots. Each bonus action on your turn. Bonus action on your turn. Yeah.
Okay, you do still have a bonus action if you'd like to do that. Go ahead.
That's what
You
I
get a
did.
5th level slot back. Okay.
Yeah.
Using
Maybe
his
he won't
legend.
die this time.
Using his legendary action, he is going to. Yeah, he's mad. He's a little mad at this point. I don't know what I want to do. Okay. He is going to use his legendary action. He's going to use all 3 of his actions to cast himself a spell at level 2. Using his second last level 2 slot. He's going to cast another Scorching Ray. 2 of them are headed for you, Roteleks, and 1 for Girthmog.
Aren't these all at disadvantage?
Hmm?
He's got a melee combatant in close range.
He does. The person is
Would
blind,
that
though.
give disadvantage?
He's actively engaged with him though.
Yeah, I think he has a... One second. Need to see what feats he has. Doesn't have that feat. Wow, he can use ranged attacks? And you know what? Technically, a ranged spell attack does count as a spell attack, and he has no disadvantage imposed on fucking ranged attacks because of his feats. So, yeah, he's good. Technically speaking. I don't know.
Hate this guy.
He's got all the fucking feats.
He's a mean guy.
I literally put a feat on there so he can make close range fucking throwing knives attacks, and it says any ranged attack is not a disadvantage. So, technically not. That's how it fucking, yeah.
I
don't know.
cast spell was a different action though.
Huh?
I thought cast spell counted as a different action than a ranged attack.
It's a ranged attack spell.
Yeah, but you have to take the cast action.
Ranged attack is a ranged attack. I don't know. I'll say disadvantage for now. I don't think that's how I'd rule it, but fuck it.
Nah, like I don't know the actual ruling for that. That's my problem.
It says all ranged attacks are not at disadvantage within melee range.
Just fucking
Oh, fuck it.
shoot him, dude.
This is 23.
Who's he talking to? Talking to the
Jesus.
ceiling.
Okay, so 27 to 20. Fuck it, I'll do disadvantage. 23 on the first one, 18 on the second one, and 24 on the next one. It doesn't really matter in the long run. 2 are going for Roteleks. Roteleks, what's your AC?
12.
Okay. That's just 2d6. So wow, you have low AC. So you're taking 4d6.
Something works.
That's what I'm saying. Like in my head, it makes sense. I'm still gonna do disadvantage because fuck it, why not? You take 12 points of fire damage. Roteleks as these 2 flaming bolts crash into you. Girthmog, you are going to take 10 points of fire damage. It's just like from up close. You kind of look down. You can't even see. You just feel heat begin to manifest, and then just a blast of fire hitting you in the face.
Big deal. I love being warm. Ouch.
Firegrim, you're up next. You can't activate. Yeah, you can't see what's going on up there. You just see fire blasting, light just lighting up this entire bar, soup establishment. I keep forgetting to do my layer actions at the start of the round. Unfortunate.
Guess I want to move that corner.
Right there. Boom. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
He's gonna do his layer action on after your turn, by the way, just because I forgot to do it at the start of the initiative order.
I can see
yeah.
him though.
Oh yeah, you can see him. He's just like, you see Girthmog just like holding his eyes. He's blind. He can't see. You see like this orange kind of liquid running down his face, and this individual just standing there.
An absurd amount of fire.
Okay.
I'm gonna blast it at him.
Okay.
I'm gonna use immolation.
Okay. I have 1 4th level spell. I actually haven't used any 4th level spell slots. He's gonna try to counterspell you at 4th level.
Huh.
Sorry. I feel bad. I don't like I like counterspell, but I feel bad. So the spell you cast is level 5?
Yep.
Interrupted spell has no effect unless if its level is less than or equal to. Okay, so I still need to roll against it. Plus 9, correct? Holy shit. Yoink. 20. So you try to cast, he's like, it ain't gonna happen like that. You may have taken out my friends, but you ain't gonna do me that easy. That be your turn?
Yep.
Okay. Bright side, he has no legendary actions left till the next turn. However, he does have a layer action, which I am going to use now. This point, he once again just flicks something into the cauldron. Different color this time. You hear it begin to bubble and overflow. Steam rises, and this time liquid begins pouring out. And anyone within... you guys are all in range. So, Roteleks and Firegrim, I need you to make me a DC 13 dex save, please. As this boiling, hot, stewish liquid... Girthmog, you're fine. You're above the cauldron right now, so anything that happens from the cauldron, you are safe from. Lucky for you. Okay. So Roteleks gets a nat 20. 16 also does it. You guys manage to just quickly like hop out of the way as this wave of boiling stew kind of flows out and hits the back walls behind you, then kind of dissipates over. You manage to avoid taking any fire damage from it.
Nice.
Awesome. Girthmog, you're up. You're not feeling great. This figure is in front of you and has been just beating your ass. What do you got?
I got this cleaver.
You're at disadvantage, so roll twice and take the lower. Nat 20. That's sad. That's sad to let go. 22 is still going to hit. 22 is still going to hit.
Okay.
And,
13.
13, not going to be enough. 13. The second one at disadvantage, the 13 does not hit, unfortunately. So as your first strike cleaves, you feel even though you can't see it, you feel your cleaver connect with something as you're swinging horizontally. Pretty sure you cut him across the torso somewhere. The other two of you see Girthmog just slice across his belly and a little line of blood form on his shirt. The second strike, however, you hear it cling off against something metal as he parries it away with either one of his knives or his very warm, hot spatula. Anything else you'd like to do this turn?
I'm hurting, dude. Do I know what behind me is? Can I jump off the ledge?
You do know that there's a ledge about 20 feet, 25 feet behind you that you could jump off of. There's stairs. You can still hear the cauldron bubbling to your...
I'm scared to fall in the cauldron.
Yeah. It's up to you. If you run, I'm going to have you roll a percentile to see if you run the right way. It's going to be pretty high chance of success. Like, if you roll an 85 or lower, you're fine. If you roll not 86 or higher, you're probably going to be falling into a vat.
I almost turn around, and then a voice calls out to me, "Feed me."
Feed me from downstairs. You hear it.
Girthmog, fight! Ouch! Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's going to be your turn. You're going to stand.
Yeah.
He just looks up. That might not have been a good idea, big guy. You might want to talk to your friend. He's not looking so good. No? Too late? Alrighty. And he just steps in. He's going to start just hacking away at you with his knife and his spatula. He only gets 2 attacks. First one's at
Is he
advantage.
blind at this or no?
I think he can make a save. 1 second. No, it's for a minute. You are blinded for a minute as you have hot sauce just
Jesus.
in your eyes. Yep. It's a very powerful move. He can only do it twice a day, but it's the one thing. So the first strike is a 17. He hits you for 12 points of total damage, plus so 9 points of bludgeoning, halved, round up to 5, plus 3 is 8 for fire damage. So you take 8 points of damage on that one. How you looking?
I'm still up.
As his ability kicks in and the can't take the heat, you take an additional 5 points of fire as he just presses that hot spatula a little harder into your face.
I'm still up, baby.
And he's gonna step in with the chef knife and just jab it right into your rib cage. Ooh. You take 11 points piercing, half. So six points of piercing as this knife finds its way into your ribs. He twists it. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please. Oh, you fail. You suffer an additional D6.
Oh my God.
You suffer 5 points of tetanus damage as this unclean, rusty chef's knife just finds its way into your organs and twists its way around in there. Are you still up?
I have 1 health.
Was that 5 halved?
What?
Was that 5 halved?
No,
though?
because it's fire. Fire damage isn't halved.
Yeah,
What's funny is I could just spit. I could literally kill you by spitting in your face as a bonus action right now. Oh no.
I get inspiration from the shouts below.
He's smart. Like, he's a smart guy. Yeah, he's gonna do it. I'm sorry. I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw, please. At disadvantage because you can't see. Not gonna be enough. As you take these 2 hits, I'm sorry. As you take these 2 hits, you feel the burning on your face and the knife in your ribs and the tetanus filling your veins, and then you hear coming from a couple feet in front of you just this huge, throaty, phlegmy sound as a wad of hot sauce infused spit into your eyes, begins burning. And you're just kind of kicking around trying to get this stuff out of your eyes, and you fall unconscious. Roll me a percentile dice, please.
How do you do that? I don't think I've ever done that.
So if you look at on Roll20, there's that little menu on the side. There's a dice. Just go click the D100 there, or you can do exclamation point D100.
Cool.
Remember what I said, boys? You remember the rules there? Okay. So, you all watch as Girthmog just gets this wad spit into his face as he's he stumbles back and falls into the vat. You rolled above a 90%. It was an 86 or higher. And you just fall, and you just feel burning hot, boiling water surrounding you. You're not going to take damage on this turn. Actually, I'm going to say you don't fall in right away because this happened like at the end of his turn. You just start falling backwards, and you all watch as Girthmog is about to tumble into this vat of stuff. Probably won't hit it till his next turn. Roteleks, what are you going to do? You see Girthmog just beginning to fall backwards towards the vat. I'm sorry, I rolled a 94, guys. Like, I'm trying to be as fair about this as possible.
Well, I'm gonna try it again. The same thing I was gonna do before.
He used his reaction already on me, right?
He did. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay.
You command these objects to begin coming alive. So it's just the barrels, right?
No. One barrel, and the giant fucking pot that Girthmog is about to fall into.
Okay.
I can command up to 10 objects. A huge object is an 8, and a medium is a 2. That means I
No,
can
I'm reading. Yeah, no,
both
I
of
got,
them.
I got you. I got you.
Yes, sir. Which means I can also tell them as a bonus action, like a simple command, and mine is get up there and get him. The fucking little dude.
So can they now fly because of that, basically?
No,
Nice.
no, but they got I don't think like grow arms and legs or some shit. I don't know.
I don't know. It's your
They can
spell.
move somehow.
Yeah, no, it absolutely. I'm just trying to figure out how a pot goes up a flight of stairs. I know. I'm DM
I want
brain
him to
is
be
trying.
Alexander.
DM
the
brain
warrior
is
giant.
trying to figure this out right now.
If an object lacks legs or appendages, it can use locomotion. It instead has a flying speed of 30 feet.
So they can just fly.
Yeah, they can. Okay, yeah. So basically,
Fuck.
okay, this is how this is gonna work. How the barrel's easy. The barrel's just gonna start floating and begin harassing him.
Yep.
What do they like for damage? What do they do? Okay,
They do. So
they do have attack stats there. Okay,
They do, yeah. +5 to hit. So that's the
take their
barrel against him.
okay. So
On
roll
my
that.
turn.
Roll that. Oh, you rolled a 13. That's gonna miss. The barrel does not hit. He just quickly like raises his hand and almost like smacks it away with Matt. 25 on the
That's a big
cauldron.
guy.
On
Yeah,
the
that's-
cauldron. Okay. Okay.
That's a funny fella. And the way I envision it, if I'm allowed to describe.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So this big
Well, roll your
pot-
roll your damage first.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
see.
yeah.
Let's-
I'll roll the damage. I'm sorry. My bad.
There's a 21.
Yeah.
Still up. It's not down yet. He's a boss. He's your final boss fight. I'm gonna give him
No, I'm
HPs,
at the
dude.
fucking 21.
I'm my own boss. I shall even though I'm dead.
So how does that look? Describe that
So
to me.
Girthmog is the kind of like he's mid.
Yeah, he's
about to
he's
fall
like
out.
he's like just barely started to keel over.
Yeah. And as this pot just flies straight upwards, it kind of like hits Girthmog's back. I hope, maybe.
Roll me a
Question mark?
roll me a percentile dice.
Okay. I got you.
If it's above a 65, it'll hit him. Does not hit him.
Nope.
On
Does
the
not
way
hit
up,
him.
as it just immediately springs to life and rises up, it goes above him, and it is pretty clear now that he's probably just going to fall backwards into a pit of fire. But your
Cool.
cauldron is
Awesome.
animated, and you're not going to have Girthmog soup today.
Well, then I want it to just fly over him and smash down on top of him.
Yeah,
Just
it's going to be difficult. As Girthmog's like falling down, this cauldron just floats up and kunk, just down onto this guy's head, and he takes it. He's like, ah, fuck. And he's just like
poop stew.
he's having trouble focusing, and then this massive cauldron is now just hovering above him and Girthmog, several feet in the air.
Wait, did you see Poop Stew too?
Okay, I can't move the cauldron because it's part of the map, but you now just picture a cauldron and a barrel floating around this dude, harassing him. He is looking like he's very much on his last legs. However, at the end of your turn, he's going to use his legendary action. Oh, God. Yeah, he's going to use his fuck. He has one fucking second level spell left. He's just going to use it. He's going to do another batch of Scorching Rays. 2 at you, Roteleks. And 1 at you, Firegrim. So, these first 2 are going to be for Roteleks. 15 and an 18.
Okay, both
Oh,
hit.
both hit. Perfect. I will roll that after. This one's for Firegrim.
27
27.
definitely
Okay.
hits.
So, you guys are... So these 4d6 are for Roteleks. Roteleks, you take 11 points of fire damage. Firegrim, you take 5 points of fire damage. I imagine you're resistant to at this point in your career. I also forgot.
I don't have a feat for resistance.
So I've been low-key for, you know how I said he does extra 2d6 on any fire thing he does? I was only doing that with the spatula. He has that on everything. So you both take an additional 9 points of fire damage, each of you.
Nice.
as the spell like explodes and then there's an extra burst of heat from it. That is the last of his second level spells, though. Firegrim, you're up. You now see these two. Actually, I need you, Roteleks, to make me concentration check. You succeed.
Yeah.
You fucking succeed. Fuck you. The object's still floating.
The fire that was cooking the pot, how big would you say the fire?
Bonfire. It's like literally almost in a pit that sinks about 2 feet into
So
the
would
ground,
it be
and the fire
A 5-foot radius?
10.
10 foot?
10 foot by 10 foot. It
I
is
do
like
have
just
a
a
spell.
square pit of 10 fire. Yeah. You have create bonfire.
So
Make another one.
could I use control flames to extinguish one half of it? Like the side that
Technically, yeah,
Girthmog is
with the
coming in?
spell. And how long it stays extinguished in the midst of a giant bonfire is up for debate. But you could at least give Girthmog a turn.
or so it says it doesn't say anything about upcasting this, but if I were to say use a higher spell slot to use my cantrip, could I just extinguish the whole thing?
Technically, you can't upcast cantrips. I will say, roll me an Arcana check.
23.
Okay. It's not so much that you... I will say yes, effectively you have to use a higher level spell slot to cast it. You just channel a little more power into it and douse the flames. There's still embers, and you're still at danger of a flame recatching at some point. But with the combined might of your mastery of fire, you do manage to more or less subdue this flame.
Okay.
It
What
could-
level of spell slot would you say I would need?
2 or higher.
Okay, I'll take a second level.
Yeah.
But I
And the
want to
fire
just
just-
extinguish the flames. with
Yeah, it's
that.
just embers. There's still hot coals in there that'll probably hurt a little bit, but not nearly as much as they would have otherwise.
Alright.
Cool.
And then I'm gonna, after I get that done, I think I'm just gonna move up to here.
Okay. All right, Girthmog, you are up. You fall now into the pit of dormant flame, mostly just hot embers. Not going to take any damage right off the bat, but if you stay there, you'll probably start to crisp up a little and just, a little broil action. However, I do need you to make me one death saving throw, please. So just roll a d20.
You got it, boss. Yeah.
The 8, that's a
Oh,
failure.
no.
Okay. That is one failure. You can mark down one failure out of 3 as you crash down to the embers. Sparks fly up all around him. You guys hear just the ragged breaths beginning to come from Girthmog. His last few breaths, if you're not careful. Next up, we have Slimbilly. He looks down. He's not looking so good. How are you guys looking? He just sizes both of you up.
I'm alright.
Without giving me metagaming knowledge about your HP, how y'all looking in terms of appearance?
I'm
I'm
doing
holding
alright.
my stomach in place.
Okay, you're not looking great. Cool. He's just gonna...
Well, what would be a stomach?
Fair.
I'm holding several of my bones on with duct tape.
Well, bright side for you guys, he's... still has some higher level spell slots left. But, he is going to... he's gonna make a personal Roteleks.
Yeah.
Yoink. He's just gonna come up to here. He's gonna move down the stairs about 25 feet, get within range, and just reach onto his belt and just hurl these 2 chef's knives that come out. And even as you watch them leave his belt and leave his hands, you see another 2 chef knives just materialize on his belt. Seems to be some kind of funky enchantment on there. He's gonna make 2 attacks against you. First one's a 19 to hit.
It hits.
I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw, please. You fail. You take 12 total points of damage, 10 piercing and 2 poison as a rusty, unclean chef's knife finds its way into your torso. On the next attack...
Well, I'm down.
Okay.
First off.
Okay, so you would... basically threw them at the same time. So 13 does not hit you, right?
No, it does.
Okay.
I have a 12.
So, this is why I always declare all my attacks the round of shit. So he just lobs 2 knives at you in quick succession. The first one hits, and you fall unconscious. You feel the life begin to leave, and as you're beginning to fall, the next knife sinks right into your heart, and you collapse into yourself. You take 2 death saving throws right off the bat.
Okay.
Getting hit with an attack after you've been knocked unconscious automatically has that effect. I'm sorry, that's why I declare all attacks in 1 round. He looks down, he sees you fall. Oh no! Looks up at you, Firegrim. You're all alone!
I hate this guy.
Owen Wilson, motherfucker.
Owen Wilson? I giving you Owen Wilson? But that's not the vibe I was going. Wow! That's
Wow.
not the voice I was going for, but okay.
You want to get in my stew? Wow.
Wow, get a load of this guy. He's out of HP.
Okay, that will be his turn. Roteleks. This is the
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah.
I need you to make me a death saving throw. Roll a d20.
Oh, he dead. He dead.
Okay.
No.
Oh no!
Yeah,
Okay.
he big dead.
You watch as Roteleks hits the ground and he just tries to get one last ragged breath out of his mostly decaying, rotting changeling form, and chest just doesn't rise one more time. Is there anything you'd like to say? Any last words you might have in this brief last moment of consciousness?
You passed your inspection.
And Roteleks has been shuffled loose the mortal coil.
Yep.
Oh,
Sure has.
At the end of that turn, he's going to take a legendary action.
yeah.
Oh no, dude! I'm sorry.
Not the Jolly Roger.
He's gonna just use his legendary action to make a. He's gonna take a range attack against you, JT. Just yeet a chef. 25 to hit.
Hits.
Need you to roll me a con save, please.
16.
You succeed, just barely. So, you do not take any additional poison damage. You just take 9 points of piercing as this rusty knife just into your torso.
Okay.
It's your turn. Girthmog is down and unconscious. You see that last sputtery cough leave Roteleks' body.
I think the Firegrim thing to do. It's the Firegrim thing to do. Alright. He's gonna move here.
Yeah, he's not looking good. Like it's
Right to there.
gonna come down to the wire on this one.
Because this is the most Firegrim action. So he's gonna move right here. And then I know he has higher stuff, but it's all Firegrim would think.
Fails his save.
Go
ahead.
6 damage.
Go ahead and describe your kill for me. You just watched this man put Girthmog out of commission and put a final knife into Roteleks' chest. How do you end him?
So, as he watches Roteleks, like, no longer, like, he sees the breath just fail.
Mm-hmm.
He knows Girthmog's down. He's just like, you will not take everything from me. And he's going to move up, and he's just going to kind of put his hands together in front of him, and just a giant ball of fire, like, twice the size of a fireball. It's just going to appear as he launches it.
Just begins roaring around him, and all you hear from inside, and you just see ash dissipate as the fireball.
Oh.
There's nothing left. Just a pile of ash on the ground.
Cool.
Unfortunately, you also... No, you'd be good. You don't hit Roteleks in that process. You don't incinerate Roteleks at the same time, but...
And then the very next thing he would do is try to go to Girthmog as quick as he could.
Yeah, so roll me a medicine check to try to stabilize Girthmog.
Not good at this, buddy. We're good enough,
That's
baby.
enough. Okay, you run over to Girthmog and just begin putting your hands over the wound. And, like, you see the cuts where he's bleeding profusely. Pull the knife out and put your hand and just begin conjuring a little bit of flame and cauterize the wound right there. Using a little bit of your magic to help with the medicine there. Advantage. I don't even know if I'll be making another roll. But if I do, I will be at a disadvantage. I'm sad. I'm a little sad. But you do manage to save Girthmog, and you see his breath kind of just returns to him. His eyes don't quite open yet. He's still technically unconscious, but you are stabilized and at 1 hit point.
It's all right, buddy. Oh,
Did we win?
I'll get you out of here.
Did we win?
Mostly.
At this point, you see the body of Roteleks laying on the ground with several knives in his torso.
We'll walk over to Rotelek's body.
Did he win?
And I'm gonna just say, we can't even make a good stew out of you unless we want to make bone broth.
Ooh. And thus it was born. The first bone broth soup.
The first bone broth stew. Okay.
That's
I
well,
like the
friend.
sound of that.
And then I guess
You hear ringing
Firegrim
from
would go-
downstairs. Feed me!
Firegrim would go down to the stairs and be like, does anybody know healing magic?
I'm good at burning people! Feed me! You just hear the
So
two
am
voices
I.
read out. Doesn't seem like there's anyone here who's particularly holy in nature.
Well, I would imagine there's not very many holy people in this area in general.
There's a few like evil paladin types, but it's not impossible.
I guess first things or next things
To-
next. He's gonna
to-
go kick the embers away from Girthmog. To
Yeah,
not
yeah,
allow
Girthmog's
that.
fine. I'll say Girthmog's fine at this point. And at a certain point, you do regain consciousness, and like I said, you see Roteleks laying on the ground, dead. Yeah. You guys hear
Cue
yelling from
cooking
downstairs.
montage.
Cue cooking montage. Okay,
So
so
Are we making bone broth?
Wouldn't it be nice? And I'm like still like half bleeding. Wouldn't it be nice?
okay.
You
So
make this bone broth. I'm gonna go find somebody to patch you up.
yeah, you
Sounds
find
good.
you leave, and with respect, you take Roteleks' body and just add it to the pot of stew you have going already. You just begin stirring it.
His full
Girthmog's
body, like on a cutting board.
yeah, just dump it right in.
Wouldn't it be nice?
You hear from downstairs, "Feed me!" And at this point, you notice there is a lever, and as you pull the lever, you see the pipe open up, and basically just the stew begins flowing down to this individual's massive hulking wife, who is permanently confined to the basement due to her sheer girth. And you just hear satisfied eating sounds coming from
We
within.
fed Roteleks to its wife.
You did. You fed Roteleks to this one. And you just like, she's very content. Firegrim, you spend a minute with the goblin you come to know named as Sparks, a small, fairly rudimentary skilled wizard who has spent a little bit of time training. Not quite on your levels, but definitely seems to share common interests with the two of you, or with yourself. And as the two of you,
a lot I can show you.
I look forward to seeing it. You and I are going to be spending a lot of time together. She kind of nuzzles up to you a little bit.
Turns at the camera, winks.
Oh, Jesus. Fourth wall break. Okay. And then you fade to black as Girthmog just brings trays and trays of food to his massive, hulking, new giantess partner. Despite all that, it's a sad moment to have lost Roteleks today, but that is gonna be where we finally wrap up the story of Girthmog, Firegrim, and Roteleks.
Wow.
Cut to a little scene where we're changing the name on the restaurant.
Yep, yeah, you're
to
just
the
painting
broth.
it like the whole montage. You name the restaurant The Brothel 2.0. And you guys spend the rest of this Festival of Hearts Renewal. Again, definitely just a twisted perversion of the festival that's held on the surface world. But the thought's there. And as you guys are just begin opening the doors, what goblin waitstaff is still around steps right into the role, seeing how you handled their predecessors. Don't really want to pick any fights. And as the doors open, you notice crowds and crowds of excited diners beginning to come into the slightly scorched, newly renovated restaurant. Most important of which, you notice a massive commotion coming from outside as crowds gather outside your windows. And as the door opens, you see a man, or what was once a man, mostly dried, wrinkled, leathery-looking grayish skin, pulled tightly against a skeletal face, one arm firmly attached at the torso, but missing all other limbs apart from that, being carted in by a quadra of hobgoblins, just carrying him on this kind of seat as he makes his way, and they place him down. As he is joined by this lithe, dark-skinned drow woman, beautiful beyond compare, but with a sense of pure evil. Very Black Widow-esque vibes about her, as it appears that Ropesh the Cruel himself, leader of the Dark Army and harbinger of evil, has come to dine at your establishment on this Festival of Hearts Renewal.
Sorry, we're all out
the
of
fucking leader. Dude.
we're all out of Roteleks.
Okay. So with that, folks,
This is where we give him the dwarf deals too.
it's all there. You guys just feed everyone
Yeah.
your stuff. So that's gonna be where we call it for today. I'm sad we lost one. It was a hard fight. It was meant to be a really hard fight. I'm a little bummed. It was really fun to have you guys. Thank you for joining me a year ago to start this journey. 3 games in a year and a half. That's pretty good. That's pretty solid turnout. Jesus. All right, let's find something to raid out on real quick. Okay. Creepshow's doing another D&D game. They just started a new campaign over there. It was a really fun game. Thank you so much for hanging out. We love you guys. We're going to go raid out on our friend Darling Creepshow. She, I believe, is just starting a new campaign with Lord Gusumba, I think, as the dungeon master. Could be wrong. Roteleks, if you're still there, wave goodbye to the people. If not, I completely understand. We love you guys.
He did.
I have been Rusty. These have been my friends. We'll see you next time. I'll be live tomorrow. Our usual D&D game is canceled because of the Family Day holiday in Canada here. So I'll just be streaming something random tomorrow night. We'll let you know tomorrow. Peace. Love you guys. Oh, real quick, go check out Tart. Go check out JTB. Go check out Hell's Corp. I'm really bad at doing the fucking things at the end of that. I suck. I suck so bad. If y'all guys want to do a little spiel, go ahead. What do you got coming down the pipes real quick? Starting with Tart.
February 25th, I'm celebrating 2 years on Twitch. Come hang out. I'll be fucking eating wings. It's just eating for 12 hours. No,
Just
it's
12 hours of eating. I'm
yeah.
dead.
Come play some poop bet. That's it.
I can't wait for poop peps. JT, what about you?
Guaranteed return stream March 24th for Resident Evil 4 remake. I'm gonna be playing that most of the day. Otherwise, possibly an early return. We'll see.
Okay. Hell's Corp, if you got anything, now's the time. Or are you just dead?
I'm dead.
He's dead. Okay. Y'all go show
I've
some
been
love.
playing Dark Souls first person. That's cool.
Yeah. Go show some love to these wonderful folks.
I'm
They've
less
been
dead on my stream.
wonderful friends. Are you streaming right now?
No.
Okay.
No, I just meant like in general.
I'm sorry I killed you. I'm so sorry. We'll talk to you guys later.
Yeah.
Bye!